guys remember where we left off last time?
We
On
went
our way
back
to the third.
the
Well, yeah, we slept.
Yeah, we went
slept,
back to the
cured
island
our-
get their curses broken.
Curses, got some food, and then took a nap ski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys have any interactions for the morning?
No. I want to find another. I want to see if one of them has like a dagger. I can convince them to. I was gonna say sell me, but then I remembered I don't have any money. So I guess trade for something. I have a pretty fleshed out inventory full of nonsense.
Yeah. Why are you
Treat
looking
like a relic for
for?
collecting.
Why are you looking for a dagger, though? Out of curiosity.
Because my last one got destroyed when we were in the. It got ruined, remember? Because somebody smacked it with a hammer and it exploded.
I vaguely recall.
Yeah, because I threw it and it got stuck, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, it got
Like
Super Mario
like a nail.
hammered. Yeah, and instead of acting like a nail, it exploded.
Is that not how you hammer a nail?
I mean, I would imagine
Oh,
that's
I
how a
always-
dagger. I imagine that's how a dagger blade would handle being treated like a nail because it's not designed to be pounded into something. I take no issue with what happened to it. I'm just looking for a new one.
Okay.
I am my gold rod.
Yeah, you can probably convince someone to trade. Just you guys still had a bunch of art from your ship that they were taking
I've
care
also
of.
got much more. I have practically tradable things as well.
Such as?
Like some oil, like I have oil, I have paper, and which I have to imagine is an extreme rarity out here. I have an unspecified quantity of soap.
An unspecified quantity of soap. They will take
I
all
mean,
of the soap in exchange for a dagger.
Well, let me see. Let me look at the character. Let me look in the book again and see if it actually if it does specify, and I just forgot to write down.
That just seems like a great deal to me.
All of my soap? Are you kidding me? I don't. Oh wait, no. Do I know prestidigitation? No, I don't. I do not have the cantrip to clean myself with.
That's the number
that is
one
not a great
cantrip.
deal. Yeah, I was making a point to not take it this time to try and do something different.
Oh my god.
I took spells that I thought seemed more on brand for this character.
Are you possessing any yaoi art?
Let me double check which tools I'm proficient with. No, I don't have calligrapher's tools. I was going to say if I had calligraphy tools, I was going to demand to be able to roll for that, but
Well, you still have painting, right?
yeah, but those are my artifacts. They belong in a museum.
Boys, would you be willing to part with anything to help this poor man find a dagger?
I have a lantern. Bullseye lantern specifically, so a nice lantern.
Does an 18 hit your armor class?
It would if I wasn't invisible. What are you trying?
I was gonna throw my dagger at you.
I will not be invisible for that. Say, this seems fair.
Wait, you're looking for a dagger?
I mean, the big guy broke my last one.
I mean, you can have it. I don't really use them.
Wow, thanks.
I have to take 6 points of damage.
Jesus.
You rolled a 3?
I mean, I don't really have any use for it.
You're gonna sit down.
I proceed to start throwing everything that I have for fair weapons in it, which includes 4 javelins and a gold rod.
Okay, the moment the first one starts coming my way, I do turn
It's a
invisible.
joke.
And I'm just like, all right, I am gonna turn invisible now if this is what we're at. Okay.
Wait, Reinhardt. Take it easy. Take it easy. We aren't throwing all of our stuff at the smart guy.
Okay, so
the threat.
During the intervening bit of time before we start out again, I will take a short rest as to make those hit points back.
Rest away, my boy. My boy, me Bob.
Oh yeah, I rolled. I recovered 8 out of 6 missing hit points.
And don't worry, Steve, that was minimum damage.
That doesn't track.
D4 plus 5.
What feat did you take that gives you a bonus to damage to that? Is your dex 20?
No, my dex is 16.
So that should only be +3. Where are you getting that extra +2 from?
Neil, did you add your proficiency?
Oh, no. You took dueling fighting style, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, but that doesn't apply to thrown weapons.
Okay, so you take 4 damage.
That's fine. I short rested it away
And
anyway
heal
before
8
we
of it.
left. I was mostly trying to figure out. I'm like, how is that minimum damage? No, dueling fighting style. Because I'm like, whip.
Yeah. With the whip, yeah, that works.
Well, because the whip, and you need to maximize whatever bit of damage output you can with such a small weapon. I'm like, dueling fighting. Cool.
I maximize my damage with a small weapon.
Heyo.
Oh. Yes, the goblin on Ravnica is certainly.
And like that, they were off from the main island, heading towards...
That's what I was about to suggest.
The storm guides them to the island of the tricksters.
So, we got the animal thing, we got the brain thing. What was the third thing?
We both stare at your character, Steve.
Yeah, I didn't bother to write any of it down. As the player who heard this information a month ago.
The crystal fruit.
Yes, I explained. Crystal fruit. I did write find ripped orcish manhor island or die trying on my character sheet,
That
but
is
I didn't
important.
write what we were actually after.
Ripped Orcish Manhor Island exists, and that is your character's new future goal.
Or die trying. That's the level to which he is taking this.
I'm always willing to die. So
Now, that said, when we're done with this, if we do want to continue, we have a quest.
I'm more than happy to make that a thing.
If we can find the route, we can then profit off of having this route. Yeah, no, I spent.
Are you trying to slave trade?
No,
How are you
no,
profiting
no.
off of it?
But the,
No, not slave trade, sex trafficking.
hold on.
They're different.
No, I want us because we have multiple experienced navigators and sailors in this group. We're going to be a rideshare service that gets people there. We just need to find it first so we can profit off of this.
Yes.
You're going to be like the
There,
planes for
so-
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Kind of.
As long as one of us doesn't hang ourselves.
Look, the difference is that I have to assume
I don't
they're
know
not all
if
children on this
down
island.
hearing the Lolita
Well,
Express.
man is in the name, so I can only assume they're grown.
Explicitly, it's not child, so no, this is legit.
Anyway,
This is age appropriate sex trafficking. Just the word.
It's Manhor Island. It's their job already. We're just providing people transportation. We're actually doing them a service by bringing them paid customers as well.
you should actually
if they
charge them a
request-
premium.
Come off, yeah. Aren't we taking advantage of their situation? Being whores of Manhor Island.
Yeah. Wait.
I guess
if
that's
they-
a question of the level of agency. And by the way, this is the debate we're having on the boat as we get to the lower main island. This has to be, whether their voices or not, this has to have been in character. I'm like, no, we're not. I mean, that's just a question of their agency in the matter. We got to get there first and figure out the situation. If maybe we liberate Manhor Island. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm just saying, if they're already man-whores, wouldn't they already have transportation set up?
Potentially, we don't know. We'll have to figure it out as we go. The first step is finding it. That's adventure.
I can get behind that part.
We can probably fight a sea monster or something along the way. I don't know.
And with that, you arrive at the third island.
Look at that timing.
Similar to the others, it's small, with the main feature being a temple of stone. It seems to be a perfect square with a single entrance.
All right. We read the inscription that is inevitably by the entrance, like with the other two.
Inevitably by the entrance like the other two.
That's a weird inscription.
Fascinating. I wonder what it means.
Sorry, I'm like still waking up as we're getting into this. So I took a napski and it was amazing.
Nice.
I've been awake for hours and also drank a pot of Death Wish pumpkin, the Death Wish pumpkin spice that I just finished.
Did you say pod or pot?
What?
Pod or pot?
Pot.
Okay.
I got a haircut. That's what I do for the rest of my day. And my grocery shopping.
Hello and welcome everyone. Adventurers turn the sun. Have you ever seen it set in the west? Across the waters in the east, hide clues, there's only one. After a joke, you'll be done. Alright, so I look east.
And you're still surrounded by that magical storm that was summoned.
Okay, so these aren't the waters that it's necessarily talking about because I don't see anything in the east. You ready to go inside?
I mean, I'm already like halfway in.
That's what I figured.
Standing on the shadow line of the entrance.
Directly behind him.
I turn around and neither of them are standing there with me.
We looked off in the distance, turned around, and we're just gone like one of those like cartoons. Just like the outlines of where our characters were.
I like to think you guys left when he started reading.
I mean, I also wrote it down.
We have proven that neither of us are much for reading. So
This is true.
much
So-
more prone to licking.
You guys enter a square room with a door leading to the left and one to the right. And you notice that the ground, although the room is a square, is made up entirely of circular patterns in the stone.
So there's two doors?
2 doors.
Three doors. Because of the one behind us.
Never said there was a door.
I mean, we came in.
A portcullis.
Entryway. A hole.
I'm just gonna make a basic investigation
There's
check.
3 holes.
Oh.
To see, like, what's going.
I look very confused as to what you're doing when you're actually looking around studying things.
I am specifically going to look at the stuff on the ground, like the circles, with also investigation.
I'm going to. Wait, hold on. Wait. Before we go any further, especially given the nature of this, we talked about this in the last session. Do we want to establish a turn order now instead of just all of us running in and saying we do something?
That's a question for the DM.
I think if you guys want to make a turn order or a marching order that gives you guys your own like levels of initiative that you guys can agree upon, that would be well.
I think it's the only clean way to do this.
I mean,
Because if we all just walk in and you look at that thing, you look at that thing, I go around for the door, what happens first, you know? So, like...
yeah. From a metagame level, it obviously makes the most sense for me to be first. But from a gameplay character level, I'm pretty sure Riggs was first.
And I would be behind Riggs, yeah.
Yeah. Well, whether or not you would necessarily be quicker to interact with something,
He's just following.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think from the part of me that wants to optimize gameplay, this is the worst possible order.
Yep,
But it's
sure is.
it's the one that makes sense for these characters, so
Sure is.
it is emblematic of the relationship between these three, so
Okay.
Alright.
So, Riggs, what are you looking at specifically?
just kind of like checking out the basic layout of the room, and just trying to see like if there's any like hints as to like where we should go.
If you make a roll for me,
Make a what roll?
just investigation.
Natural 1.
Right.
So those circles on the ground,
Yep.
they're different sizes and could possibly be making like different faces if you look at them in the right light.
Wait, this one's kind of looking at me funny. I'm gonna stab it with my rapier.
Okay. Meanwhile, Reinhardt, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna start walking over to the door to the right and kind of check out that door. Like,
When you go towards it, you hear faint voices behind it.
I'm gonna attempt to like listen through the door, you know, like lean up against it, like ear against the door. Can I make out like what's happening on either side?
You keep hearing the word royalty and king and hungry being said over and over, but those are the only things that are appearing to be clear. And one voice appears to be saying things about royalty, the king, and being hungry, and the rest are quiet voices that are indistinguishable from one another.
Okay.
Monty?
I wanted to much more carefully investigate the circles on the floor and roll. That was my original intent. I am not just doing that because we rolled poorly. I rolled a 9, which means I got a 16.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, hold on. It's actually, I think it's actually a 17. Sorry, I forgot that my proficiency bonus is +3.
So
Yeah, 17.
you can distinguish that they make shapes in repeating patterns if you look at them closely enough. And they seem to be arcing towards the left in a waning crescent. And towards the right, they seem to be intentionally making face shapes.
What kind of faces are they making?
Sharp, angular ones. Very triangular, which is difficult to do with small circles.
That's quite impressive. Pointillism. Ah, yes. Art. That is one of my specialties.
Please don't try to steal. Please don't try to steal the floor.
I would like to appraise its full value.
Get out of my mind, Collier.
I would like to appraise the value of the floor because that's the thing that I can do.
I'm gonna lick it.
If
As
it,
an art item.
unless it otherwise specifies, I'm going to tell you it's going to take an hour of studying.
It does. I am able to determine pretty much it's like I am able to just know the value of antique art pieces or art like things that are at least 100 years old.
Okay, well, you're able to identify the fact that it's extremely valuable. However, the transportation of it would ruin the value, similarly to Stonehenge in real life.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Writing down tourist attraction Trickster Island, find money ?
Are you guys going to bastardize these people's, like, deity?
I mean, not gonna lie, until you said that we can't, like, destroy the floor, I was honestly gonna be like, I'm then gonna try to, like...
Crowbar.
Yeah, no, I would like to, as I appraise it, I would like to out loud announce them like, this floor would make quite a valuable art piece if we could find a way to, move it all at once or just move people to see it. But I don't know that we wouldn't be able to get any value out of it in parts.
So, I should probably stop stabbing at it.
I imagine that's not helping.
There appears embedded between two circles right now.
I'm gonna take, like, 3 more stabs.
And you kind of shudder, Monty, as you feel the value decreasing with each stab.
Is that what I do, or do I have to
Points
end
to
it?
the floor.
hold on. Is the floor a magic item? Because if I cast mending on a magic item, it doesn't fix.
Is that metagaming to tell you yes?
I mean, I'm casting a spell on it, and it'll either have an effect or it won't.
It will not have an effect.
Okay, so the floor is magical. That's a way cheaper. That's a way more resource efficient way to figure out if something's magic than by casting my first level spell. It's just casting a cantrip mending to try and see if it reacts.
And Riggs, the circles you are looking at now seem angry face.
No.
What is this background?
What's going on in the back?
I don't know whose background it is, but it's been going for like a minute.
Ian?
I don't know why I would be making any background noise.
It was clearly not what, our voices echoing. It was definitely something else. I don't know if somebody was watching YouTube in the background of somebody else's area or what, but
My porn's on silent.
I have a video played on like Facebook, but I don't know why that would play through my mic.
I think it picked up.
That's really weird.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay then.
we have now determined the floor is magic, which actually takes me a minute to cast, so while I'm casting, everybody else gets a few turns to do stuff.
Riggs, Reinhardt, anything else that you two would like to do?
I would like to go braces first.
This is before I've determined whether or not This is before we found out that the floor is magic, because my spell takes a minute to cast.
I'm gonna hold on one second. I'm gonna switch up my inputs.
Neil?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like kick at the floor and then go see what Reinhardt's looking at.
Okay, so you guys are approaching the door on the right.
Yeah.
And you can also hear those similar voices behind the door, and you can identify multiple voices, but one of them seems to be proclaiming itself louder than the others.
Can I tell what it's saying?
It's clearly trying to monologue over the rabble of the others, and it's talking about how hungry it is and how the king needs help.
The king needs what?
Help.
That one voice is attempting to monologue over the rabble of all the others. They're playing D&D behind the door.
Hey, Reinhardt, kick this door open for me, would you?
It has a knob.
Sure thing, boss. And I
Say that like it's gonna stop.
I had to try.
Aren't all the doors in this place like big, heavy stone doors?
No, unlike the last one, this one has actual like doors.
God, that's because the last two had big, heavy stone
Well,
doors.
actually, the first one just had an opening and then a rock door, and then the second one had magical doors that lifted up and then fell.
But they were all stone.
True.
Hold on. I need to check something.
Are you checking your strength score to see how many doors you can kick?
I'm seeing if raging will make me better at kicking down doors.
It gives you advantage on strength checks.
It absolutely will. Yeah.
I rage.
That's the core function of rage, is get better at kicking down doors.
Wow, I need to
play a barbarian.
Raging at the 17. Am I just doing a raw strength or like an attack? Like what am I doing here? Mr.
Athletics
Gangster.
is a good argument for it.
Athletics is a good argument. You could also call it an unarmed strike just to see if you like hit it, I guess. But that would be like real ugly.
I mean, I'll take athletics. I got proficiency in that, so that'll be a 23.
Yeah, let's athletics it, man. It goes through the door. The door flies open, and you have a small piece of wood circling your leg. And
Let me take care of that. And
I look up from the casting of men and go, huh, maybe it would have been better if it was a stone door.
and you see a few shocked figures. You see two bipedal wolves a emaciated lion wearing a crown and a hunched over fox staring at you.
Hi. This is my friend Reinhardt.
I wave
And
angrily.
the nerd over there is Monty.
Would you care to introduce my giant ghostly warriors that are also hovering behind
Oh my
me right
god,
now?
that's right, you're raging, so you've got This is my friend Reinhardt, and this is his grandpa. He is
He also waves angrily.
oh my god, you know, I just realized, Spirit Barbarian, you just have stance.
Yep.
This is my friend Reinhardt and his goat ancestor, Star Platinum.
It's like a minotaur with like a fancy hairstyle and face makeup.
Fuck me, I'm gonna play an ancestral barbarian monk multi-class, and I'm just gonna yell "hurrah" all the time. I need to make a note to remember to build that character sometime.
Honestly speaking, it's a really fun subclass.
I haven't tried it. I haven't actually played a barbarian in 5th, just as NPCs, and I'm looking forward to it.
So, the lion seems to be like hunched and paying no attention to you guys. He's just kind of like dazed, staring at you. But the fox looks up and he introduces himself, and he waves casually. Hi, I'm Nari, and these are my friends. And they kind of like glare at him when he calls them friends. And this is our king. He's a little sick right now, and we could really use some help.
Really? Like how sick?
He hasn't eaten in a week, and we think he's gonna die. And you know, without any fat on his bones, I don't think he can stay warm. And you know, these guys look nice and warm and fat, so maybe, you know, one of them could just sacrifice themselves for him.
Wait, who would be sacrificing themselves?
Well, you know, one of these two, they seem to be related.
Wait.
I'm very confused how you got here.
Yeah, so am I.
We've been here the whole time.
But where was your food coming from?
He seems confused, as though like the food had always been there.
Did you run out of food a week ago? Like, what's happened? Like, what? I'm so confused right now about the logistics of your situation.
The food's always been here, man. Are you new here?
Why would we not? If you've always been here, you should know that we're new here.
Okay, so I've been here for a while, and first of all, there's wolves, and wolves are edible. These two, and he points at the wolves again. They can always make more. They're a renewable resource. You just have to eat them while they're young.
I cut them off. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe foxes are edible as well.
And the wolves kind of like smile and stare at him. Well, yeah, but I'm the only one here who can, you know, vocalize their thoughts in the common tongue, so I'm more important.
Hold on. So these other ones capable of speaking? Just an animal language?
Yeah, but you wouldn't know them. They're from around here. Not from around here.
Comprehend languages. I have a spell for that, motherfucker. They are capable of speech and not just, you know, making wolf sounds.
Yep.
If it's an actual language,
Yeah.
I can understand what they're saying for an hour.
Nice.
It's a garbage spell that almost never actually comes in handy. But I took it for this character for concept purposes. Like, I also took Speak with the Dead for the same reason. I also want to roll Insight, but I'm kind of trying to do a few things at once.
Yeah, you can cast your spell first. Riggs and Reinhardt, is there anything you two would like to do before he does that? Just to keep order?
Yeah, I'm just kind of letting the nerd take care of this.
Okay. Reinhardt?
Huff puff.
Huff puff. Finish
very
getting
angry.
the wood off your leg.
No, I like it. It's my new bracelet.
Okay.
Anklet, sorry.
So you're able to establish communication with them, Monty.
Yeah. I want to get insight to figure out also how like the Fox's whole thing. I don't trust him, and I want to get a read on his level of what I'm pretty sure is bullshittery.
Oh my god. Finally an intellectual joins us. This
I am
fox.
completely incapable of reading the Fox's level of bullshittery. However, I will speak with the wolves.
Yep. The first one who notices that you are casting a spell leans in. An intellectual to converse with. I'm so tired of dealing with that one. He's been trying to get my sister and I to sacrifice ourselves for almost a week. I don't even think the king's sick. I think he cursed him.
Damn. I can't deal with curses.
And the other wolf seems slow to talk to you and hesitant to trust that you can actually understand them. And I'm Mose.
Oh. Hi.
Hi. And Riggs and Reinhardt, you just see the two wolves basically growling and Monty growling back at them.
Oh, no, hold on. Oh, no, hold on. I cannot speak their language.
You can't speak, you can just understand?
Yes.
Oh my
That's
God,
why I said
that's
the spell
so
is
bad.
not very good. It is a first level spell, my man. It does not require concentration.
Okay.
I can speak in the common tongue or in Infernal if I think they would understand that.
God, this sucks.
They're growling at you. You just start speaking in the fucking devil tongue.
Yeah, no, I don't speak their language. I'm like, I am not gonna try and cheat here. I don't learn it. I can just read any language or understand anything that I hear literally. And I'm like, okay, I'm hearing what you're saying. And now I'm going to cast Detect Magic to see if there's a magical effect that's been put on the king.
Yep.
Because I don't really have a read on who to trust yet. And that is, I want to say, also another non-concentration spell. Oh no, that one is concentration. Okay, so yeah, comprehend language.
Yes.
I am going to use, as he's conversing with the two wolves,
Listening.
I'm going to use Divine Sense and detect and see if there's any good or evil.
Okay.
And it allows me to know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Is it the location or just the presence?
I believe it's the location.
Yeah. Because I thought it was way worse than I always. I always can never remember if it's way better than I remember it being or way worse than I remember it being.
Yeah. As an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You can use this feature 3 times per long rest.
Oh, you know what? It's the Ranger version that they get. That's the one that's really, really shitty.
Okay.
That's what it is. Because it's you can find out if there are a large number of types of creatures anywhere within a mile of you, but not their locations or what they are. It's just, yep, there's something nearby, almost kind of. The Ranger one's the one that sucks shit, not the Paladin one.
Okay, Riggs, you're able to sense a great evil coming from the fox, and you are able to note that the lion is in fact not alive.
Whoa. Back it up several steps.
Reinhardt backs up 12 steps.
Yeah, as Riggs is interjecting, I'm not going to cast my detect magic because it's like he's like I'm starting and he goes, "Hey, hold on!" I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?"
I'm sensing some bad juju coming from this fox dude. And that lion guy, he's wicked bad.
And
Yeah, the wolves think the fox is a liar too.
Monty, you hear the eloquent wolf. That's what I've been saying. The lion seems to wobble in his stead at the accusation that he's not alive. And the fox begins to grin devilishly.
I mean, it doesn't make sense that if he hasn't eaten in a week that he would be undead. I guess that tracks.
I mean, if shit's gonna go sideways, shit's gonna go sideways.
Yeah, I take 2 steps back behind the gentleman.
Reinhardt takes 2 steps forward, sensing the thrill of battle.
I take 2 steps forward, he takes 2 steps back, opposites attract, all of that nonsense.
Quick like a turtle, onto your back.
Yeah.
So Mr. Mike Sky dude, or whatever the fuck you are, we thrown down or what?
The fox begins to like cower slightly behind the lion. He's like, "No, you don't understand. The wolves are liars."
No, they're wolves. They're not lions.
Oh.
God damn you.
And he begins to get worried looking at the rapidly turning tides as it's just him and the lion standing against 2 wolves and your whole party. "I don't need any trouble, man. I was just trying to get a quick bite."
I throw him a trail ration.
He catches it and like just devours it. Oh, this
There are
is fresh
easier ways
meat.
to get something to eat than killing people.
They're not people, they're just wolves.
And you're just a fox. What's your point?
Just
I
a
don't-
fox.
Honestly, I don't think he's a fox. I think he's like some kind of evil shit.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm not evil, I'm misunderstood.
It's not a phase, Mom.
This is who I am. We forgot to make a perception check to determine what emo band was on his t-shirt, but my money's on MCR.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to like fault his taste, but like,
The 2 wolves begin lowering themselves into a crouch. And the fox looks at you. "Please, just let me live. I'll give you him." And he points to the lion with the crown on its head.
why do we want? Yeah, like, what do we?
"Hey, lions are really useful."
Dead lion.
Guidance? I don't know.
I look to the other 2 and say, "What do you guys say we just back up and close the door? I don't see how this is our problem."
What door?
Oh yeah.
Growls begin to erupt from the 2 wolves as they slowly slink closer to the fox.
I mean, at this point, I'm like 95% sure we should just let nature take its course.
I mean, this is supposed to be some sort of trickster trial, but like foxes are the tricky ones. I don't understand what's going on.
I mean,
Right,
let's
so
try
do
and
we
trick
kill
us.
it, or
Riggs caught him out.
Yeah. I kind of say, wait, I have an idea. Before anyone starts killing anyone, did any of you know anything about a piece of crystal fruit?
And the fox looks up with excited eyes. "I know all about crystal fruit."
Okay, prove it to me before I try and stop these things from killing you.
It looks like this. And he like summons a wispy image of what could conceivably be fruit.
A crystal fruit, yeah.
Yeah, I look to the other 2 and say, I mean, we don't know what it looks like, so I don't know if this is really any good proof on his part. I'm not whispering, I'm saying this loud enough so he can hear me. I don't know if this is, like, good enough proof on his part, but I mean, it's an attempt. I don't know. What do you guys think?
As you guys begin to speak, the two wolves pounce on the lion and start tearing into it. And the fox looks on horridly at the sight.
Huh. That's not who I thought they were going to kill.
Either we passed something or we really, really fucked up. Or one of the two.
Big guy, do you want to grab the fox and we can just kind of step out of here and get answers from him?
Yeah, grab the fox, Reinhardt.
Alright, at Brandon's word, I go over and attempt to grab the fox.
I mean, that's what I
very,
expected.
very specifically, when Monty said it, I just did not flinch. Like, no movement, dead-eyed stare.
I asked to put the thought out, and then I knew that Rick would pick it up. I understand how this works.
No, I didn't pick it up.
Nice.
You see an arm fly over your head as you approach the fox.
Like the lion arm?
The lion arm. You can try to contest him for that. Trying to grab him away.
Wait, what?
Oh, so he's also reaching for the fox.
Yeah, Reinhardt's trying to grab the fox, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, if you're going to try and grab him, he's not going to want that to happen.
What we thought was it just a literal lion's arm, like, flew
A
over my
literal
head?
arm just flew over your head.
Like, yeah, like thought that, like, a piece got ripped off.
No, so he's contesting the fox for a grapple, not the lion arm that just... Yeah.
Yes.
So what I thought was, okay, did I misunderstand the arm flying over and it's actually reaching past to try and grab the fox?
I know how to fight
what am
the
I misunderstanding?
You have a 13 to beat, sir.
I think that means you have to roll like a 4?
I rolled an 18, so...
Jesus, so like a 27.
Let's go like 35.
His arms seem to shimmer as you grab for him, as though he was about to dash away quickly. But you get a firm hold of him, and his eyes widen in fear.
Alright, let's bring him back into the big room.
You guys are able to see that the undead lion is being absolutely ripped asunder right now. And it can't even defend itself as it's just being torn to pieces.
Oh, shit. I cast Sword Person on the, wait.
There's 2 of them.
Oh, shit.
I point to the one on the left. Like, that one's the quiet one. If that means anything. Kind of milk toast.
You can hit multiple people with hold at some point. I'm just not sure when.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have access to a high enough level slot for that yet.
Level slot. Yeah, never mind.
Half-casters. Yeah, and I actually don't have that one.
And the quiet one looks up at you, Monty, and it says, "Leave the fox."
He may have answers that we need.
And she begins to growl aggressively.
Do you know anything about the crystal fruit?
And the other one, "We only know about meat."
Yeah,
Then in that case, we need this one's answers.
The fox looks at you, Reinhardt, as you're clutched onto him. Maybe you should kill him.
Like the fox told me this?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. I can dead-eyed stare.
And he kind of like shrugs in your arms. Worth a shot?
I mean, our buddy says you're evil, so...
Yeah, the big guy kind of listens to me. Let's vacate this room before thing 1 and thing 2 here get really hungry.
Yeah, there's no door, though. I've already been exiting this room, but there's no door, so how are we gonna, like, we're just a little further away from them right now.
Yeah, that'll buy us time.
So you all three are exiting the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the Foxman.
Yes,
Clutching
I am.
Reinhardt's arms.
Having finished with
Firmly
the undead lion, the two wolves begin approaching the doorway, and they're unable to move further than the ending of the bricks, and they seem blocked by an invisible wall. And Steve, you're able to hear them. Well, this is bullshit. Bad game mechanics.
And Riggs is gonna moon them.
I was gonna say I do a jerk off motion at them.
And the fox looks at you, Reinhardt, and he's like, "So what can I do for you, Master Minotaur?"
That's my response. There's no response.
Did we discover Wily Foxman Whore Island accidentally?
So, like, are you the trickster?
No?
Bullshit.
That's definitely something the trickster would say.
But if I were the trickster, wouldn't I be lying to you about being the trickster?
Yes, which is just what you did.
No, because I told you the truth. Neil, make an insight check.
Oh, God.
Yeah, only two of us are even remotely good at that.
17 to beat.
Oh, 16 plus 0.
Aw.
His logic is confusing but convincing. You know he's still evil and you don't trust him, but maybe he's not the trickster.
Look, I say we go into this next room here. Hey, Reinhardt, gently kick the door down. Gently.
I mean, if there's invisible barriers, we might as well just kick it all the way down. Go for it, big guy. Have fun.
I seem very confused and torn between wanting to follow my body orders and also wanting to just eviscerate this door.
You're torn between following orders and knowing that Monty's probably right. You deserve a good time for this. Yes, the seeds of discord have been planted.
Do it.
You know what? Fuck it.
Do
Back
it.
your shit in.
That's
I'm like,
going to be
fuck it, why not?
a 20 this time. I only rolled a 14.
Once more, but more elegantly this time, you put your foot through the door and you apply just enough pressure to shatter it, but make sure you have a matching footband of wood.
Perfect.
And you guys...
I would specify this was with the other foot. you caught on.
It's called fashion sweaty.
You guys enter a room with stone murals on each walls and a series of panels on the floor. The walls depict a great ape on one side eating a bunch of bananas, and on the other side holding a bunch of barrels in each arm.
Is it goddamn Donkey Kong?
Oh, fucker.
It's the leader of the bunch, alright, man?
You know him well.
Well,
So I'll send you a picture of the layout of the floor.
Yeah, because I was going to ask about the panels.
You're also able to quickly identify that there's small holes in the walls. And on the far side of the room is a button.
Now, gentlemen, I have an idea.
well, the immediate idea that crossed Reinhardt's head was
Toss Riggs.
throwing the fox.
Yeah, I was thinking Riggs.
And
We
there's
don't know that we can trust the fox to press the
each
button.
floor
and
panel
trust Riggs.
is about 5 feet square.
So he'd have to throw Riggs 35 feet to get him to the button.
I do have javelins.
Wait, hold on. Give me just a second. I might have a spell for this.
Hey there, Fox guy.
Yeah, the button's 35 feet away.
Yes, Mr. And he looks you up and down. Lizard?
Take a walk. Mr. Scaly Bitch.
Name's Rick. Riggs.
Ah, Mr. Riggs, of course.
What do you know about this room?
It appears to be some sort of puzzle.
Yes. Yes. But what's the answer to the puzzle? Because honestly, I could just have my associate here squeeze you until you stop breathing.
And he seems uncomfortable.
What?
He seems very uncomfortable. It probably has something to do with the trickster gods. And you're still not trusting that he isn't one of them.
Now, see, I'm somewhat of a holy man myself. I know. Shocker.
You say after you did dead in the room moments ago.
Well, the Foxman wouldn't necessarily have known that was happening.
And I can see through some shit. And I can tell you're not the most upstanding citizen here. So why don't we...
Boss, I'm holding him up right now.
Why don't we see if we can...
While they're all trying to... So I actually did have an idea for this room. So while they're all did having a conversation with the Foxman, I have stepped onto the first tile to put myself 30 feet away from the button.
Which tile?
It'd have to be B, because that's the only one with a straight line.
Okay.
And then I cast Mage Hand and press the button.
You press the button, and it indents, but nothing happens other than a animalistic throughout the room. And you see the paintings begin to shift as their attention is drawn to you. One of them is now eating a banana and staring directly at you, and the other one sets most of the barrels down and puts one between both of its arms.
Oh, Jesus. I just solved it. God damn it, Jimmy.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
I solved it, but Riggs did not.
No.
So, Riggs, you're first in order.
The fuck are you doing, Monty?
I figured maybe we would be... It's Trickster, right? So I figured maybe the trick was that the puzzle seemed complicated, but it wasn't. I don't know, man. I figured I'd try something.
I mean, hey, Fox guy.
Yes, Mr. Riggs?
Go sit on the H, on the, in front of the B that, Monty's on.
And he looks up at the giant minotaur holding him.
I walk forwards and, still holding him, set him on the H.
And as you set him down, the painting on the right throws one of the barrels, and it materializes and hits him for 4 damage. And he falls down on the H. And he's like...
So it wasn't... Nope, go ahead.
He stares up at Reinhardt. Why?
So it wasn't the H.
So I attempt to grapple him.
Okay. Yeah, you do that.
Cool.
Let's try one of the A's.
Well, it does go to Reinhardt next if we're going to keep that proper turn order.
I thought Reinhardt just went and re-grappled the fox.
Yeah, that's fair. Mr. Monty?
Yeah, I would... So the B was safe. Nothing got thrown at me when we stepped on the B.
Correct. And you can walk towards any letter. There is like enough pathway between each ones that you can.
Diagonal.
No, diagonally. So
Well, you can move left and right. You can touch any of the things. There's just a thin walking line to get to any letter.
Cool. So this isn't a matter. It has to go parallel.
Correct.
Oh shit. Yeah. In that case, I've got to figure it out too, because I was trying to figure out how to connect the line to get to it. Diagonal step to one of the A's.
Which one?
The left.
Okay. You do that. And beside you is a barrel that is broken on the ground underneath a once more held Nari. Riggs, what
Wait,
would
to
you...
his left? I thought that would be to his right.
To his right.
Yeah, he's to my left. He just said beside me. He didn't specify.
Okay.
I moved to the left. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'm trying to mentally map this.
And I say, fuck the puzzle. I'm just going to cast Mending on a barrel. No, but I do give, before my turn ends, I will pass off Inspiration. Oh, excuse me. So my boy Riggs, in case he needs it for rolling to figure stuff out, because I just remembered I have those.
Okay.
Cool. I haven't played a bard in a long time.
Speaking of, Riggs, what would you like to do?
So B was safe, A was safe. Hey Reinhardt, put the Fox dude on the R in front of me.
Wait, in front of you?
The third row.
Yeah. AVN, then the R.
Oh wait, no, Steve went to the left.
Steve went to the left, but you can go to the R after the A.
Yeah, he said there's like those black lines are actually pretty chunky and they're actually walkable, so we don't have to go like tile to tile. We don't have to draw a straight line.
Gotcha. Yeah, send him down on the R.
I set him down on the R.
Once more, the ape on the right throws a barrel, and it hits him for 3 damage, and he falls to the ground once more, and he looks up at you. Please make it stop.
Can I attempt to
Tell us the answer, we'll make it
Because
stop.
setting him down isn't like an attack, right?
I don't even think you need to like put him all the way down. I think while still holding him, you could probably just put him on the ground.
Just set him.
That's
Like that with him?
fine to do. Jimmy Steve fell down the first time, so I didn't know if I had to set him completely down.
I guess an argument could be made that if you're not setting him all the way down, you're also probably going to get hit by this barrel.
Right, I think he's like arm length extending and setting him down.
Yeah.
So I will attempt to regrapple.
If you beat a 6, you got him.
I don't roll a 1 and beat a 6.
You do that.
I rolled a 13.
And then back to Monty, what would you like to do?
So I'm trying to decide how much. Like I am certain I've figured
Obvious,
this out.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. But I'm pretty sure Monty is the sort that would also have figured this out, since I designed him to be a puzzle solver.
Yep.
So I feel like, to make it fair, call it an investigation check before I just like convince that he knows it.
Okay. Let's call it a 10 to beat. Because of how fairly obvious it is.
Okay, so I need to roll 2. I got a dirty 20.
You're fairly convinced it's either barrels or bananas.
Well, didn't he just go for the R?
Yep.
So it's definitely not barrels.
Correct. And there's also not an R following that.
Yeah, so I step on the N
Safely.
because I avoided the R, so the N was safe.
And because of your movement speed, you actually can walk all the way to the end.
Oh. Well, in that case, yeah, I'll just spell out bananas. Well, hold on. It actually takes... So there's one part where I actually have to make a choice. In the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th row, there's 2 N's and 2 A's. So B-A-N-A, and then I'm going to get to this one, and Well, the left-hand path worked earlier, so I'll go to the N on the left.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'll just finish spelling bananas.
You spell it and walk all the way across, and you are now standing by the button.
As this is all going on, Riggs is standing back and goes, "All right, Reinhardt, now set him on the O."
While I'm doing this, being a bard, I am singing Gwen Stefani.
Okay. But it has to be a melodic or bardic version of it.
Give me just a second to find it on YouTube.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Reinhardt, are you following orders?
I am. This means I have to step on the R, though. Or no, wait.
Yeah,
You-
Sorry, no, I can step on the N.
Yes.
I can step forwards onto the N and then place him on the O.
You also don't have to step on the tiles, remember? Because we can
It
walk,
does have walking paths.
Yeah.
I still step on the N.
You set him down, and a barrel comes flying at you, at him, and it once more knocks him down as he takes 4 more damage. And he appears to be fairly injured now, and his leg appears twisted at the bottom as he tries to release himself from your grasp.
All right.
I shall re-grapple.
When you go to grab him, he's trying to pull his hand away, and he seems to have an involuntary twitch from how much pain he's in, and he puts it into your hand.
I lock eyes with him.
All right,
He's
Reinhardt,
sad.
Bring him here.
What do you know? There's no medieval or bardcore version of Hollaback Girl on YouTube.
I follow back to the entrance where Briggs is, following NAB.
So, you say you don't know what's going on here.
He looks at you with sad eyes, a twisted arm, and a bent leg, and he coughs. No. You can roll insight if you want to.
I push the button.
That's a nat 20. Ooh, there you go.
Wow, you're really swinging for the fences on this one, Neil.
Neil, he's absolutely full of shit.
I will
Squeeze the shit out of him.
smack him in the face
You may do
and
that.
pump in 1 point of lay on hands.
Pink. Meanwhile, the sides of the room begin to shift, and the side where the monkey was eating throwing the barrels is now another ape eating bananas happily. But you're able to see the holes in the walls are slightly expanding.
Like,
That's what happened when I pressed the button?
Yep.
Huh. Well,
expanding how big?
well, since it's Donkey Kong, it has to be expand dong. However,
3 fingers? In diameter?
so they're like arrow size as compared to blow dart sized.
Yes.
This all reeked of traps. Paranoia.
I believe Riggs just went Reinhardt.
I mean, I want to walk back over as well, back over to where everyone else is,
How are you walking backwards?
along the pathways that aren't part of the puzzle.
Wait. This is Reinhardt's turn. I'm just gonna echo what Briggs did. Also smack the fox.
Ah, yeah, that's right. That happened before I pressed the
Okay,
button.
so he smacked him with healing. Are you going to smack him with not healing?
I didn't know he smacked me. I saw him smack.
Yeah.
Roll that
They're playing
unarmed
big
strike.
I cop, but they don't know.
What do I have to hit here?
Well, you're the one grappling him, so that is an interesting question.
You would have to let go of your grapple to hit him
Or you could headbutt him, or you could headbutt him instead.
with horns.
Oh shit, I forgot about horns, yeah.
Do you want to give him the horns?
I mean, is your intention
no,
to kill him?
I'm just gonna, like, twist his, like, hurt arm a little bit.
Okay. We can call that unarmed strike plus strength plus rage.
I'm not raging.
I feel like
That would
we're
have
not
ended.
the good guys right now.
Well, you did determine that he is a being of evil, so hold on.
Yeah, I'm
We
the one
may-
using mafia tactics.
I think this falls under punch a Nazi law.
I'm neutral, also. Okay, then yes, now Monty. Go ahead.
Yeah, so now I pushed the button and came walking back over, because yeah,
And
we
those
did,
things
we
happen.
did skip over Ian.
But the puzzle seems to have reset itself into the floor, and all of the pressure plates are raised once more. So if you want to walk back, you would have to walk back over the puzzle.
I can't do the little... Oh, so the little
Sorry,
walkway is only...
just the
pop up.
horizontal. I just did that way to make it easy for me.
In that case, I spell bananas backwards. I walk S-A-N-A-N-A-B. That's what I'm going to do. Stop me when I trigger something.
No, you did perfectly. You nailed it.
Yeah, well, because I stopped to look if you would spell barrel on the way back.
No, still no
Yeah.
second card.
Yeah, I was kind of looking and seeing if there was anything spelled backwards.
Yeah.
Good thing we got it, otherwise we probably would have kept putting the fox on squares again.
And so when you cross to the final letter, the B, all the holes in the walls begin to shrink, and you see a shitload of bananas start pouring out of them. Just like an unholy amount, like 15 from each side.
So there's now 30 bananas in the room.
No. Like 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105.
15 bananas a hole.
From each section of letters.
Ah.
And Raynar, the Nari looks up at you, and Riggs, Master Riggs,
Yeah.
I think the puzzle spells bananas.
Hey, Reinhardt. Sit down on that first A.
I sit down on the first day.
He slips on a banana and falls down, taking 1 point of damage.
But there's no barrel.
No, he falls on a banana.
But when he puts them on the thing, a barrel doesn't come flying out.
No.
Oh, the puzzle's not.
No.
I re-grapple.
Damn it, not what I thought.
Maybe we can feed him the banana until he tells us what's happening. We force feed him fruit, I guess. Guys, I'm kind of at a lack of ideas at the moment.
Wait. I just had one of those things that happens in your mind when, like,
It's an
you see
idea.
pictures.
You've described this to me before. It's called an
Brain
idea.
blast.
Right.
And if
right.
anyone can make a perception check above a 10,
Oh, my passive
I
is above
nat
that.
20.
okay, you're able to distinguish a nearby sound of a shimmering and something solidifying behind you.
Hark! I hear the sound of something shimmering and solidifying because I got a 21.
Wait. Aren't we here looking for a crystal fruit?
And
Do you
the
think
fox
maybe
looks up
we
at
could-
you. I thought you were just being a dick.
I mean, well, yeah, that too, but
The two, I kick him. The two aren't mutually exclusive. Don't try and label our actions.
holy shit. When does a nerd become cool?
I just kind of look at him quiet, like silently. It's like, you understand that I've been delving dungeons like this for years, right?
No, I mean, that was like some, like, next level, like, I'm gonna fuck your shit up energy. I can get behind that.
I mean, I don't think you fully understand the shit that I do. I go places and learn things, but, like, they're not safe. You think this is the first guy that I've had to kick while he was down?
At the word learn, Reinhardt kind of like scoffs, like puffs air.
Man, it's not my fault you don't understand the value of money.
The fox in your arms, he scoffed
too.
too. Let's leave these nerds.
I shove a banana down the fox thing's mouth.
Fuck yeah.
Feed him.
Steven,
He said we were hungry earlier.
for the humor of this, please make a shove action.
Now, that would be... That's not actually an official action, so what am I applying to this?
You know what? Well, shove is an action. It's just, oh, not shovel.
I don't believe
It's an attack
it is.
action with no damage. To attempt to
I mean, I
move an
think-
object.
I didn't roll well, but...
Well, you have advantage because he's grappled.
And could we argue that since I'm trying to cram the banana into his mouth, I can use dex instead of strength? Because I'm aiming for the
Aiming?
mouth hole?
Okay, yeah, I like that. Aim for the mouth hole.
Cool, that gives me I have a
Reinhardt
-1 to strength or +2 to dex.
Fox, I'm holding deep throat a banana right now.
That's a 19 without proficiency, or a 22 if I am considered proficient in jamming bananas in things' mouths.
I wouldn't believe so.
I'm pretty proficient.
I don't think it's part of your character's backstory, so I won't give it to you. However,
My
how
main quest
how
is to
deep
find Orcus
how
Manhole
deep
Island.
are you shoving it? Are you putting it
I mean,
gently, or
I'm trying to force feed him a banana.
are you fingering into his esophagus though?
The banana?
Yes.
I mean, I guess I'm not sure how large the fox man is. I'm trying to put most of the banana in his mouth.
He's about 5'10", average size throat.
I try to put all the bananas.
Oh, in that case, it probably won't choke him. No, he's probably not. I'm not choking him to death with a banana, if that's what you're getting at.
I wanted to know if you were going to make him like swallow the whole thing in one go, or like just putting it in his mouth so he couldn't
No,
talk.
trying to make him eat it.
Over guttural noises, he begins to chew the banana slowly.
That's what I fucking thought.
While all this is going down,
Yeah, let's investigate. Somebody please investigate the thing that was like appearing behind us.
Yeah, Riggs picked up a banana and just started eating it, watching this, and just like absolute awe. And is also keeping an eye on the thing materializing behind us.
So in the main entryway behind you, where there were once 2 doors to the left and right, and there are now no longer any, there is a third door leading deeper into the temple.
I look at it in panic because I wonder how I'm going to keep the symmetry of my anklets if I have to kick down another door.
I look to Reinhardt, understanding his concern, and say, "Drop kick."
Hey, Reinhardt, charge the door and use Fox Guy as a battering ram to break it open.
Are we remotely concerned that we're going to kill him? Do we think we need him alive? Hold on.
Don't worry, give me all back up.
I mean, I'm also quite a capable healer, so I'm just like, my thought is,
How do you want to handle the logistics of
It's up to what your intentions are.
Now, at what part during the session did you expect us to use Foxman battery?
Literally never.
Was this something you planned for?
Literally never.
Now you've come to fully understand the depths of my suffering. that this group causes me.
I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Okay.
Jimmy, now I understand why I put you so heavily on a railroad.
So I have rope, and I have the previously obtained golden rod.
Jesus
So I'm
Christ.
going to attempt to tie him to the golden rod to fashion like a makeshift battering ram.
He will try to escape during this. However, you can get advantage because I'm assuming one of the other two will help you.
Wait, can Rick cast whole person?
Yeah.
Yes, he should.
Yeah, Riggs can whole person him so we can do this more efficiently.
Yep.
If I had that, I would have done it myself instead of recommending someone else do.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
As long as he... Wait, hold on. Ooh, this is an important question.
5.
Though. Whole person only affects specific creature types.
A humanoid.
Yes. He is anthropomorphic.
Okay, so well, because he pinged for detect evil, so I'm like, well, hold on, we need to double check. I'm like, wait, because even if it's not gonna get him, he wouldn't know that. Cool.
What did you roll, Jimmy?
5.
He's out.
Yeah, something tells me that this thing's primary stat was charisma.
Weird. Looks down sadly in 20.
And he continuously tried to charisma the person that has made a clear character trait of I only listen to one other person.
I love it.
I fashioned my Fox battering ram.
He looks up at you with one last plead. Please, Master Minotaur, no.
I kind of go, I don't trust this thing either. I'm not sure that this is ethical.
Hold on, I need to check something.
I want to be perfectly clear. I do not question the ethics of this until after he's fully attached to the battering ram. And then I say, wait, hold on. I think we're going to kill it if
ethical. Pissed off.
I'm just concerned that we're going to kill it if we hit... I don't know that he's done anything that deserves death.
He was trying to get us to sacrifice some wolves earlier, man.
Yeah.
To his
but then
blind friend.
But then the moment, they got super violent and were about to try and kill it. They were about to come after us, except we left the room. So I'm not 100% sure that those wolves were all that great either. I don't...
Rage.
My thought is we open the door and then just throw him back to the wolves and let them all handle their own shit.
And I battering ram with him.
Yeah, I figured that was what was going to end up happening. But I did write good on my character sheet, so I did need to try.
Yeah, you don't have that one.
I, the player, had to try.
Oh, jeez. Alright, so 15, what do I add to this? Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Hello? Oh, we lost him.
Oh.
Hold on.
He's still here.
Yeah, sometimes mics just drop out of Facebook calls and you have to reconnect to get your mic working again.
That makes sense. So yeah, I can't say this is how I expected this to go.
This is beautiful. This is just one of those moments that I think this is one of my favorite things to do with the characters. We had somebody else try DMing for the first time online another time, and I played a similar character, but I was a fighter, and less words, more muscle, less valor, more just beat things. I was basically like an enforcer.
Hello?
You're back.
Go ahead.
Okay.
In that one, Jimmy was a very entitled, edgy, angel guy.
Oh, so edgy.
And he would just have me, hug and dismantle undead bodies to spare them.
I didn't want to kill them because they were so dark and beautiful.
Didn't want me to kill them, so I would hug it, and then we would systematically remove all of its limbs, and then leave it somewhere.
At one point, I made a character. I don't remember if I played it or if I put it aside to build Norm for that one shot before Ian joined the group. I built a character. It was just the edgiest possible character because I added all of the edgy subclasses. Shadow Sorcerer, fucking Annie Warlock, Whisper Bard, fucking Assassin Rogue. I just picked the edgiest possible class. It's like, yep, this is my boy.
So Jimmy, while you DC'd or reseed, Monty tried to talk Riggs down, or tried to talk Reinhardt down to do what he was doing, but as we all know, that was not listening to that, not listening to the nerd. So I raged and then charged. I rolled a 15. I don't know what I'm supposed to add for whatever this maneuver is.
Improvised attack, weapon attack.
Well, the AC was 10 for the door.
That is the standard AC for inanimate objects.
And you have a nice, slightly deflated and slightly compressed Fox battering ram. And Neil, I don't know if your ability was concurrent or it no longer detects evil.
Hold on. I'm raging. I'm going to reduce the damage that the Fox would take by 2d6.
God damn it.
Is that whenever something
Did Spirit Dad just react to save the Fox?
Huh? Yeah. I don't want to break my battery ram.
Yeah.
How the fuck long does hold person last?
A whole person is 1 minute.
Yeah. I reduced whatever damage the Fox would have taken by 7.
Yep, it works.
Is that whenever it takes damage? Something takes damage?
That's
or
his
is that
reaction,
just when it's
remember?
attacked?
You guys did it during the
Yeah,
hammerback
next
fight?
level, the Guardian Spirits that aid you can provide supernatural protection to those you defend. If you are raging and another creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reactions to reduce that damage by 2d6. If it's one of you guys, like an ally, and it's something attacking that I hit, that's when I can give you resistance and it has disadvantage.
That's what it was. I was trying to remember. It's like, I know one of them procs off attacks.
Yeah, no, this one is just something within 30 feet that I can see takes damage. I go, nope. So yeah, what's the status of the door?
Neil, you will need to make a concentration check to maintain your concentration. I don't know if it works if it's hitting you or if it's hitting it.
No, it's only when Neil gets hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the only one I do damage.
Carry on then.
Concentration, yeah. Or if something like the floor slips out from under him, that would require concentration but without damage.
Yeah, what am I doing for damage to the door here that we just bust through?
The door gets pulverized perfectly, and the wood forms a new ring around the fox's neck.
Beautiful. That's what I was hoping for.
Do I still detect evil?
He's still there because the Spirit Dad protected him.
Nice.
You guys find yourselves at the entrance to an impossibly long hallway. And you're able to see distortions in the distance.
I am going to smack him in the face with another point of heal.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna use a spell, but that works.
How much is it healing for?
5.
Oh, this is a beautiful fucking sequence of events.
He once more looks fairly healthy.
So, just in case you want to have a change of heart, this can all stop if you just tell us what the fuck's going on.
He spits out a sharp tooth. Fuck you.
What was that?
I said, fuck you.
Not the greatest choice of words. let's get it out.
So once again, we're going to go in turn order because at this point in time, it's going to be very important that we create a walking order down the hallway.
I believe we have the walking order.
Do you guys want to maintain?
So I will actually kind of like put a hand in front of Riggs and step forward and just hold the fox out in front of me, like extended, like a dowsing rod.
A dowsing rod.
I am by default at the end of the marching order, but I'm like, hey, you guys know I'm really good at like looking for traps that don't get anybody hurt or killed. Like, do you want to just do that? No, okay.
I seem unfazed by your nerd talk.
I have like a stick that I use to like find traps and like disarm them.
Okay, so
that way you don't get hit by mistake. No, okay, that's fine.
We're about to get a little roll intensive. If at any point you guys feel like it's too much, just please tell me because with bad luck, this will get way too long.
That is how traps tend to work.
So Reinhardt, please roll me a d6.
4.
And as you're walking forward, you're noticing the walls are beginning to get closer and closer to you.
Okay.
Would any of you like to do anything about this?
The wall, they're moving in, not just getting narrower.
Correct. They appear to be slowly but surely coming closer and closer.
I don't have anything to stop walls from closing.
Nope, neither do I.
I position my Nari dowsing rod.
Okay.
Now,
how are you positioning it?
Oh god.
So, like
Exactly how you think.
Yeah, I figured.
Perpendicular to me.
Riggs, are you doing anything while he's doing this?
Let me see. Because I might.
I have a thing. I don't have a means to stop those walls, but I do have a thing that I do.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
With Shield of Fate,
AC boost?
so since it would only give him a +2 to AC, would it help with crutching? Like,
It would not help with saves.
gotcha. So yeah, I don't have anything to.
Okay. Monty?
I rolled a. Let me double check because it's one of my expertise modifier. I'm so glad I took expertise in investigation. That was a really good choice. That's going to be a 26 to try and determine if I can find a mechanism, if these are illusory. I'm investigating the closing walls as quick as I can to try and find a visible solution.
They're not moving very quickly or with a significant amount of force, so perhaps through brute strength you could stop them.
I say, Riggs, I think Reinhardt could just stop these walls if you asked him to.
Hey, Reinhardt, let me see the battery. And you just stick your arms out and keep these walls from crushing us.
Now, real quick, I just want to say there is absolutely no way Riggs could hold the Fox battering ram.
He could hold it like a flag, you know, like
Yeah,
you can't
the
wield
Fox-
it, but he can support it.
The Foxman is considerably bigger than he is, and we have a minus what to strength?
I have my strength score is
1? No, wait, -1.
Yeah, minus
Minus
2.
two.
Oh
He
my
has a
god.
6 in strength. I am stronger than he is.
Okay.
I
So-
stand by what I said.
With the walls
I respect it.
With the walls rapidly closing in, everyone please make a strength save. And whomever is holding the fox, tell me if you plan on using him or not.
No, I won't.
So instead of
I have
leaning him
advantage on saving throws
horizontally,
against traps.
you're putting him vertically to avoid it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I am not good at strength saves, but I get advantage on saving throws against traps. So, haha. I got a 13.
Okay.
I got an 18.
2 minus 2 is 0.
So, okay, I literally, because I've been trying to draw stuff lately, I can't wait to draw Neil literally not helping.
But trying.
He's standing in like the middle, with his arms outstretched, like not touching anything.
One of them holding up the fox. Through your combined efforts, you guys are able to physically stop the walls from moving any further, and you're able to walk past the area in which they were encroaching.
Yeah, my next thought had just been run faster than they're closing.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah, I figure we could have pulled that off, but
Next in the order, Riggs.
Yeah.
Are you going to be guiding, or are you going to keep ushering Reinhardt into the front?
I'm gonna, sling this, flagpole thing over my shoulder and just, keep walking forward.
Okay, if you hit a trap, I'm going to give you disadvantage because you are, heavily encumbered.
Yeah. No, I'm well aware.
Okay, give me a d6.
Sure.
You heavy dodge roll right now.
2.
What's that?
2.
Okay, Neil, give me a dex save with disadvantage.
remember you have Bardic.
That's a D8?
Yes. And you can choose to roll it after you roll your save.
Yep.
Because I do know you're really good at dex.
That is 14, 15 plus 3 for 18.
And very, very, very specifically, this fox is still on your back, correct?
Yeah. I'm kind of picturing it I kind of have him slung, kind of like a fireman's carry.
Okay,
You know
so
those-
you trying to bar him across your pack, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take a singeing 1 point of fire damage as a pressure plate is triggered directly in front of you, but you're able to avoid most of it.
Wait, why didn't you tell me about that, you fox, demon, devil thing, whatever the fuck you are?
He chuckles from behind your back. Didn't I say fuck you? Hey, guess what?
I thought it was kind of like a mutual respect thing, I learned to respect you sort of thing through you beating the shit out of me.
Mutually suck my dick.
Wait, are you one of those guys that can bend down and suck his own dick?
I'm a
That is what he seems to be implying based on the whole mutual thing.
No. Neil, I don't know if you caught the first part of that, but
Yeah.
I did not.
okay.
I did.
Same.
Oh,
I think that's what we all assumed too.
Yeah, no, we...
No, don't run. I'm trying to help you out.
Monty, would you like to continue following from the rear or pushing forward?
wait, Jimmy.
Yes.
Jimmy, what did he say?
I'm a good.
Oh.
He was gonna say he's a goat. He's a fox. He's a goat in fox clothing. That's a common saying. Yes.
I thought he was saying it was goofy.
I think it's wolf
no.
and sheep's clothing.
No. It's goat and fox's clothing. I don't know what it's
A
supposed
fox
to mean.
in
Not
wolf's
insane.
clothing.
No, those ones we left behind.
Monty,
I
would you like
mean,
to?
You haven't been giving us any opportunity to roll in advance to find the traps. You've just been having people roll to see what trap they triggered. So no, I don't see any point in moving out to the front.
Well, you may, if you want to, try to convince them to take a moment and look.
I mean, even still, I don't see much of a purpose to it because they're not going to listen. So I think I'm going to resignedly let them keep triggering all of these while I just very safely chill in the back.
Okay, so you hang back. Give me a d6.
Sure.
And reroll 2 or 4.
Okay, re-rolling that 4. 6.
And give me a dexterity save.
Okay. Let me see. What do I add to that? I think it's like +5, +5. Yeah. So with advantage, that's going to be a 23.
So even before you see it opening up in the floor, you're able to notice the same circles in the ground. A significant lack of 2 or 3 of them begins expanding rapidly, and your friends are about to walk into a pit.
I mean, obviously, I warned them.
Monty, Reinhardt?
I'm Monty.
Or Reinhardt, Riggs?
I'm Reinhardt.
You hear Monty behind you call out.
Pit's ahead. Pit trap.
I look down.
Let's take several steps back. I don't think we got started on the wrong foot. I'm Riggs. It's Reinhardt. And that's Monty.
In the distance...
And you are some sort of evil being. I don't know what you are, whether you're a devil, a demon.
In the distance, you see a ballista, some mouse traps, and a few snares shrinking, and as a wall is coming from the rear and approaching the pit towards you. And it stops at the end of the pit. And at the bottom, you see a small door surrounded by spikes.
I'm going to try to jump over that.
Yeah, how wide is the pit?
The pit's about 15 by 10 feet in a rectangle.
Oh. So it's filling the whole hallway for 3 squares.
Yes.
Essentially, if this was on a grid.
Yep.
Okay. One of you guys has rope, right?
Yep.
If there's a door at the bottom,
It's in use.
Yeah.
Now, Riggs, you jumped in, didn't you? Immediately?
well, you tried to jump over.
What was that?
Did you try jumping in or over?
Over.
Yeah, that's why we asked about the dimensions of the pit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you will fail if you try to go over.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Now that it's been established that it is a 15-foot wide pit,
Yeah, I didn't know how wide it was.
Yes, okay.
yeah. Let's reestablish that action now that we know how big the pit is. So only one of you has rope, because it definitely doesn't take 100 feet of rope to tie one foxman to a stick.
The fox looks up at Reinhardt.
And
Hey,
no.
if you
standard.
give me the rope, I can jump down for you.
I don't listen, but I instead, since it is my turn after Monty's, offer to my boss. Boss, let me carry that for you.
I know I'm going to regret this, but Reinhardt, untie him and let him down.
I'm sorry,
Wait,
I did actually miss a concentration check for Riggs because he did take 1 damage, but I'll just let it pass for now.
Oh no, I'll make the.
It's Constitution. Yeah, it's like you got to make a 10, a DC 10. That's it.
Yeah, I rolled a 13 plus 2.
You got it.
Yeah, paladins are good at that one.
Still held into his battering ram place.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hold this Meldra up, and we'll let him get lowered down. And if he dies, he dies. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
That doesn't seem unreasonable to me.
What if I just help you?
I mean, we don't really want it.
but I don't think that we trust him to help us.
Yeah, I'm
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
for the first time in a long time looking at my boss a bit confused, starting to question my choices.
Okay, I can see the questioning on your face. I think we lower him in the pit to see if the spikes are just gonna like move, like to see if there's like a death wall or something. Like that way we can find out if it's safe to get to this door in this pit. But like, I don't think we trust him to actively help us. The Fox thing, that is. Obviously, I trust Riggs.
I'm just trying to save my fur.
Well enough, at least.
Please don't kill me unnecessarily.
I say we lower him down.
I think that seems reasonable. We aim for the door instead of the spikes just to see if we can get to the door, yeah?
Yeah. Alright, well, he's just said lower him down there, so I'm going to attempt to tie him up in a fashion that he can't move.
He already can't move because of the hold person.
Yeah, but we're not exactly sure how much longer that lasts. It's not a spell with a
It's not-
particularly long
yeah.
duration.
Yeah,
So I
like-
think tying him up is a safe bet anyway.
Yeah,
He just can't fight back.
yeah,
Okay.
and the spell's probably already dropped anyway.
Give me a survival check to see how well you can tie him up.
Sure.
Yeah, because hold only lasts for a minute, right?
Yep, and you guys
Yeah.
have already walked through 3 traps.
It's going to be
Yeah,
an
so-
18.
Okay, yeah, you get a very, very efficient Shibari lesson to him.
Tight.
Literally.
Thank you. I'll be here for the rest of the night. Yeah, and then I proceed to try and lower down this Shibari box thing to the door.
Okay, so honestly, I don't even know what the fuck to call this.
Can we call it a quick bathroom break while we're dramatically lowering it
Yes,
down?
please.
Because I have to pee, and I'll give you a second to figure out what to do mechanically here. And my headset comes up about 3 feet shy of where I need to be.
Well, what is this? Are we calling this an improvised weapon? Accuracy?
So he's
strength?
not. So I don't know that I would actually call it anything. Since being
kind of
able to lower
slowing
this
down.
thing on a rope is well within.
Well, yeah, but
Reinhardt's
that's
strength.
difficult though. Like aiming it slowly without hurting him over spikes.
So what I would argue is that if the door is in the middle of this pit, there's no way to lower it accurately from the side because the
Actually, you
whole
know what?
pivot point.
We can do just straight raw luck.
You kind of have to toss him forward and see if he lands between them, I think.
Yeah, like fishing style.
Yeah, but just directly lowering it down, if he was to just lower the rope, it would just go right down the sidewall.
Yeah. Well, that would
so
definitely
I
hurt
think-
him. So
Well, I think this is probably a throw, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
picking him up, I'm
Aiming for the
attempting
door.
to aim him while holding onto the rope and throw him at the door. I just have a reel, so I mean it's probably like an attack roll, and assign a difficulty check that I have to hit the
yeah,
door.
let's call it a 15 for accuracy. Difficult,
Okay.
but not impossible by any means.
Sure. Fuck. So this is going to be probably just add my strength score to it.
Yes.
So it'll be an 11.
Oh. He takes 11 points of falling damage.
I think you need 6 points of falling damage
Are you saving him?
from that. Yeah.
Alongside 6 points of piercing damage. How is that going to work, Ian?
I can only. It's a single reaction.
So how much can you save?
I reduced it. I reduced the 11 fall to 6 fall. So he'll take 12 total. 6 fall, 6 piercing.
You hear a wet,
Okay. Oh, I just got back. What
you
did I mean, I
hear
assume we
a wet noise as wooden stakes go through the legs of the already crippled legs of the fox.
Wait, did they break his legs before throwing him down?
He broke his legs in the barrel room.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if this was if that was a thing I missed. I hadn't really been paying attention to where he had
the
taken
legs got
damage.
mangled by the barrels.
And you see him. You see a glowing purple spirit rising from the corpse of the body and flying through the door in the pit. However, the body remains there.
Well,
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the fox body get impaled,
Yep.
I'm gonna run forward, grab the rope, and rappel down
Onto
to
the
where
fox
the
body?
is. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm going to open up its mouth
I put a banana in it.
and
Oh, please no.
pour in my potion of greater healing.
Okay.
No, you waste.
Neil,
Yeah.
you successfully slide down the line, action hero style, and pour the potion into its mouth.
Uh-huh.
And it begins gently oozing alongside the blood through its teeth.
Well, that was an item well wasted.
Well, shit.
Hey, while you're down there, just go through the door.
A small door is next to you, directly next to you, because you almost made it with the throw.
You were able to use the fox corpse to land safely, so just go through the door.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to kill the guy.
Well, no, but now that it's happened, so you're sorry. Why did you use the big healing potion instead of just your magic lay on hands? Or
I think he's out of lay on hands.
He only used 6 points.
Yeah, no, I still have 19.
Yeah, it does say it's 5 times his paladin level. He should have a shitload more.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to help the guy out.
I just think there was a cheaper way to do it, my man.
I go through the door.
You open the door, and it opens vertically. And below, you see an extremely large room for such a small door.
Holy shit. You guys better come down here.
How is the rope secured at our end? I assume
It's
Reinhardt
very,
should
very,
probably-
very firmly secured between Reinhardt's arms and a dead fox.
That's that's exactly what I was thinking. It's secured by Reinhardt's arm at the top.
Gesture to the rope to you.
Well, I trust that I can get down because you don't have any reason to drop me, but then you can't follow. Okay. I have another idea. These stakes are made of wood, correct?
Correct.
Break them.
I was thinking burn them. I take out my flasks of oil.
Wait, did I hear somebody say burn them?
Yeah, I was gonna ask for your help with this before you zip-lined down before I had a chance.
Oh. Yeah.
I was thinking I splat.
Attempts to climb back up incredibly weakly with a negative strength score.
Well, he's nimble.
Oh, no, I was, poking my head out the door.
Yeah, so here's my thought, right? Splash oil over a bunch of these so we can, make a clear path, and then we just kind of drop down the pit and take a small amount of pain when we land, and then just walk forward. It's going to take a little bit, but I don't see as we're in a huge rush.
I mean, I'm down for burning things.
Reinhardt, I'd like your input. What do you think? Do you think this is going to work?
Onto you.
That's what I figured. Yeah, I take the first flask of oil and then just kind of uncork it and kind of flick the oil over the edge to try and get it on a bunch of the wood.
You're able to successfully do that.
And then Riggs, I'm like, Riggs, can you cast a firebolt? That ignites stuff, right?
I mean, it's fire.
Did Riggs
Well,
climb out, or is he still down there?
He's just poking his head through the door, and we're aiming for this.
So the door is on the ground. It's not like on the wall of the pit.
Mm-hmm.
So when it opens vertically, and a large room is below it.
So he would have to just drop into.
He would have to jump into the room.
So I guess in that case, I would have got his attention before I saw him go through the door. I would have stopped him before he went through the door.
Yep.
And so I am specifically trying to burn out the ones at the bottom of the wall, so that way we can safely get to the bottom. Because once we get down to the bottom, my thought is Reinhardt could just smash them between us and the hole, so that way we're not risking lighting ourselves on fire.
Okay, so you plan on burning just the near stakes, so you don't have a risk of jumping down.
Yeah, that way we can get down without a problem, and then smash our way to the hole, and then go forward as a group.
Riggs, are you okay with waiting down there, or are you going to try and climb out, or are you going to jump down the hole to firebolt it?
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting down there and just casting firebolts.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's in the pit, but near the door, so that way he's not going to get lit on fire by the fuel from the burn.
Trying to be as safe as possible.
Yeah. I thought this through pretty quickly. The moment you said wood spikes, I'm like, oh, I know what I want to do.
Okay. So you're able to use your oil flask to ignite the nearby wood stakes. And mind you, it's still 15 to 20 feet, undeniably, deep. But you guys are able to safely burn off all of the wood stakes.
It's 15 to 20 feet. But we have a rope. I'm like, Reinhardt.
The rope is lying over the open flames and beginning to catch fire.
Now, how tall are these spikes? Because if the rope is at the angle, if these
they
are
were
these
6 feet tall, for the record,
and the pit is 20 feet deep, which means
10.
I'm not good at
10,
math.
10 feet of falling damage, one point of spikes, and then if you take all of the spikes, you'll also take the second point of falling damage because you went all the way down the spikes.
No, but the rope, based on the angles, if it's almost at the door, that means it's 10 feet in, and
it's
I don't
5
remember
foot away from the
Pythagorean
spikes.
theorem.
It's 5 feet away from the spikes, or from the door.
Which means it should be at a pretty sharp angle since we're burning the ones at the base of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it should actually be within burning radius, because it should be 10 plus feet above the spikes that are on fire.
Well, so because it hits the end of the spikes, and because I rolled poorly on where it's going to hit, it's going to ignite the end of the rope.
Oh, down by the Foxman's.
Down by the greasy Foxman's oddly sickly sweet smelling body.
That's fine. We can make a drop. We can do a 20-foot drop. I've done that in real life.
Same.
I just wanted to be told that while this is going on,
Wait, Neil, you're coming in super quiet.
Yeah, you're really, really quiet.
I just wanted to be known that Riggs is fighting the urge to lick the blood and healing potion mixture.
You're Oh.
No, he's fighting the urge.
Oh, okay. Neil, give me a Constitution save. Under 10, you lick it.
That is 16.
It's so tempting, but you know you shouldn't. There's too much blood there. Not enough potion.
Now this is where the will save from previous editions
Yeah.
would be super helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys just going to jump down the hole?
I mean, I was looking to see if I had a better solution for it than that, but I don't.
My ghost dad
Is Ghost Dad able to help us?
Yeah.
It's when we take damage within 30 feet, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll jump down the hole.
My rage probably ends after the jump, though.
Steve, roll me 2d6.
10.
10 falling damage reduced by...
6.
Thank you, Ghost Dad.
And then you've already got resistance because of your rage.
Sure do. So I rolled 7, but that's reduced to
3.
we'll say 4, 3. I reduced it by another 6.
0. And you all see this deep portcullis leading into a large open room.
So now we have to drop through a hole in the ground, essentially, and fall X amount of distance into the next room.
Correct. An
There's not,
unknown
like, a
amount of
ladder or
distance.
anything? I turn back and look at the fox corpse and like, you guys want to like drop that in there and see how long it takes to thud to get an idea of how deep this is?
I mean, sure.
And a body's a body, right? It's dead now. So it's not like we're killing him again. We're making some use out of his corpse.
Makes sense to me.
I roll it through the hole.
It drops about 10 feet quickly, and then it flows in the air, gently laying itself on the ground.
Ah, slow fall effect.
Well, get him off.
I did declare yeet, and now also shall jump through.
The three of you jump down through the hole and are lowered gently to the ground. And you see an entryway similar to the entrance to the building with an open hole behind you. However, instead of a door to your left and right, in front of you, you see a large portrait of a fox that is glowing purple, a monkey that is smiling and eating a banana, and a horse. And to your left, the wall is painted a bright gold, and to the right, the wall is painted a gentle blue.
Now,
And there's buttons on the left wall and the right wall, where it's painted yellow and blue.
what do you think that portrait would be worth?
The portrait would be worth a small fortune to the right buyer. And you can tell it's very, very, very clearly magical because of its glow.
Ah. That seems like a less... Dispel magic.
You're going to dispel it?
Yeah, I want to steal this art, and I think the glowing magic is going to stop me from doing that.
As you attempt to dispel it, you feel something resisting your magic.
I do get to roll. And I did roll really, really well.
It's like my phone keeps sliding.
Yeah, because it's
I'm not sure how counterspell works. 1 second.
So dispel magic is a 3rd level spell, so counterspell just stops it.
Okay. Your spell is stopped, and you hear the voice of the dead fox mocking you. Simpson.
Can you describe the room again to me?
Yeah, because you're lucky, because that would have dispelled a spell up to 12th level if those even existed, because I rolled ridiculously well.
So it's similar to the entryway in that it's a square room filled with small circular patterns on the floor.
Okay.
And there's still an exit behind you. However, instead of a door to the left and right, there's a button on each wall, and to the left, the wall is painted gold, and to the right, it's painted a deep blue. And in front of you, instead of a secret hidden door that activates, is a portrait of a horse, a smiling monkey, and a fox that is glowing purple.
And it just countered my attempt to dispel.
And it clearly, very clearly came from the portrait and the glowing purple.
How big is this portrait?
It covers about a third, maybe a quarter of the wall.
Wait, hey Jimmy.
Yes, Neil.
Was the fox laughing? Like,
Yes.
audible to everybody?
Yes, very, very clearly.
Because I was going to go for the old-fashioned art thief strategy, just cut it out of its frame. Which is why I wanted a dagger, but it's real big.
Does 17 hit its armor class? The painting's armor class?
What are you using to attack it?
Counterspell this bitch. Oh, that's
Firebolt?
Yeah.
You're attempting to light the portrait on fire.
Yes.
It does hit, and you hear a multi-vocal ha. However,
I'm assuming it doesn't.
The portrait itself does not light on fire.
Damn it! You got me again, you fox bastard.
I go over and press the button on the blue wall.
The blue wall to your right.
Yep.
You press it, and the room rotates from the left side to the right side, and the yellow is now in front of you, and where the door was behind you is now the blue wall. The buttons to your left and your right, however, stay the same.
That was weird.
I press it again.
Yeah, do that again.
You press it again, and the golden wall goes from behind you to your left, and the blue wall is now on your right. And you hear an audible click from behind the portrait.
Oh, look at that. Sunset in the west and waters in the east. Just like the thing said. So there's a click behind the portrait.
Yep.
Does it move, or?
You just hear a click behind it.
I'm gonna try to knock it off the wall.
Roll to hit.
Strength?
Yep.
Or yeah.
Strength.
Oh no.
2. Straight up 2.
Not
So you roll
funny. And you get blasted back, Neil, and take
We want to see what you've got.
4 points of force damage.
You son of a bitch.
I tell it a dirty joke about ripped orcish man horse.
Give me a performance, and then, or you can tell me an actual joke, and if it qualifies, I'll give it to you.
I don't have one off the top of my head, but I'm exceptionally good at performance. Yeah, I do. But is it about orcish man horse?
Yes.
It's not about Orcish Man Horse.
Well, then I don't want to hear it. I'm rolling performance. That's the important part. It has to be tied to orcish man horse.
5.
That's going to be a 24.
You tell it a good joke, and it goes, ha ha, not my kind, but it's still funny. And you can identify the fox's voice within the trifecta of voices.
And nothing else happens.
Nothing else happens.
Well, based on the riddle, that was my thought.
Can you describe the room to us once? So now gold is on our right, correct?
Gold is on your left, and the water, or the blue wall is on your right.
Yeah, the sunset on the west and the waters to the east. I made a comment about. I intentionally, in character, made a comment about that.
Yeah, no, you did right.
Yeah,
make sure
that's fine. I was just double checking.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I said that it was understood that I was in character because I figured you guys as characters weren't likely to remember the thing from the entry, especially because you went inside before I read it.
I actually remember things incredibly well.
Or the players.
But you did go inside. But yeah, what are you thinking, Ian? What are you thinking?
Mind you, Riggs just hit the wall and they mocked him.
And I told a joke, and they liked it.
I'm trying to think. Hold on.
Also, I'll give inspiration to anyone who figures out the poem.
To anyone who figures out the what?
The poem.
The ha ha ha?
Okay.
I try to hit.
So, before you do this, Ian, Steve, I wanted to ask you a question because I really like this home rule, but I don't know how you feel about it, and I wanted to get your opinion.
Okay.
Instead of re-rolling on inspiration, adding a d20.
And adding it together?
Yep.
Awful choice.
I like it up until the point that it's a serious situation.
At the low end of way, if they roll poorly, it becomes a reasonable thing. But then you have people rolling impossibly well on things.
18 plus a 20 is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a 38, which is and then plus modifiers. You're never supposed to be able to hit a 40.
Right, a 40 is literally considered impossible.
But if you have a positive modifier, you only need a +2 to that roll to then hit a 40. I think it's a terrible decision. And here's mechanically why. Advantage or disadvantage are supposed to be, on average, anywhere from a plus or minus 3 to 5 range.
Yep.
And that's already a pretty substantial bonus.
I agree.
Whereas your average bonus on adding an extra d20 is going to be 10.
Yes.
So you're giving an average of plus 10.
So
you're adding essentially...
It's a 7 to 5 point differential in their player advantage.
Yeah, it is I would call that way too generous.
Yeah, I was just curious because I saw it posted on a thread on Reddit, and I was like, I don't feel like it's that bad in some situations, but in others I feel like it's just fucking terrible.
I think for combat, I think for like attack rolls to work that way, I think that's fine. Because nothing's going to have an AC much higher than the low 20s no matter what. So being able to roll a 40 on an attack versus rolling a 20 on an attack, you're not going to actually stand to benefit all that much. But I think for anything skill check or saving throw based, it gives you the ability to literally outperform gods.
I think
they roll in your favor.
I think it would go well with Pathfinder, but not with D&D.
Yeah. I haven't really dug into the mechanics of Pathfinder quite enough yet. I just looked at a lot of the class and like the character building stuff. I've been very excited to get a chance to dig more into that. But yeah, I think for D&D it's a bad decision outside of combat.
Anyways, Ian, you have an advantage on any D20 roll.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Oh, and actually, Bardic as well, because I meant to throw that out before we went down into the hole.
I think you did.
There's a portrait
I don't remember.
of a horse, right?
A horse, a smiling monkey, and a purple glowing fox.
Cool. Yeah. Can I remove the horse portrait from the wall?
How are you doing that?
I'm just gonna go up and try and just grab it,
just
the wall.
Take it down.
Give me a.
Yeah, we're gonna try some prop comedy. So.
Give me a roll to hit.
Sure. 13, if I'm just adding my strength. I rolled a 10.
You hear another hit to the wall as you try to grasp at it and pull it off. And you hear the trifecta of voices once again say, "Ha, who is there?"
Apple.
Apple who?
I knock on the wall twice.
Who's there?
Apple.
Apple who? And then,
I knock again.
Monty, you pass your turn as you've completed your actions. Riggs. Riggs,
Yeah?
who is there?
Some douchebag fox.
Some douchebag fox who? Reinhardt? Reinhardt?
Aren't you glad I didn't say it?
Aren't you glad I didn't? No,
Just deliver my punchline.
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
And you see 1/3 of the portrait light up, luminescent beyond belief. It hurts your eyes to look at.
And we all take
nothing
a
else
bunch
happens.
of radiant damage.
Nothing else happens. Monty?
So it seems the knock-knock joke was successful. I'm going to investigate around for another clue to this, I guess, because...
2/3 of the portrait seem illuminated.
When do we
And
light up the other third?
the monkey is happy. The fox is now from purple to white, smiling. All that is left is the horse.
I go through my rations and see if I have a carrot.
Do you have a carrot?
I attempt to feed a carrot to the horse portrait, which I guess would translate to me smacking a painting of a horse in the face with a carrot.
Roll to hit and 15 to beat, no proficiency, and dexterity.
Ooh, dex base. I was about to say, the odds of me pulling this off are low, except it's a dex roll. I rolled a raw 15 plus 2.
You're able to
17.
feed the carrot to the horse, and the portrait swings open, revealing a now unlocked safe.
I can't believe that worked. Because that was from me, the player, having no absolute idea what to do and just saying the dumbest thing I could think of. Yeah, we go. I open the safe. I assume.
Behind the portrait, you see a small hole, and it's filled with golden strawberries, a ruby pineapple, emerald melons, and lapis lazuli blueberries. However, in the center of all of these treasures is a crystal tomato.
God damn it.
Beautiful. Why not a cucumber, though?
We take the crystal tomato.
And the rest?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I've done a good amount. I'm a little hesitant to just take it without trying to take a minute and look it over. But since I took the tomato, I think it's safe to say it's somebody else's turn.
None of us are near it. You're the only one up there.
Reinhardt, I believe you're next.
No, everybody was right up next to the portrait before it opened.
Yeah, you both had hit
I
it.
thought. Yeah, because you had
I
just tried to
suppose.
pull it down.
But do I see...
Oh yeah, you see
You
it.
taking the tomato? So if he's taking the tomato, I turn and start to leave.
And Riggs, what do you
Oh
do?
yeah, that's right. I didn't particularly care for gold.
Seeing all these like fruits and stuff pouring out, he's gonna kind of float over and pick up one of the blueberries and try to like eat it.
Okay. Everyone, please give me a dexterity save.
Oh God, I just
Can I see where it's coming from?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a trap, so I have advantage.
Well, that's why I asked if I had
dexterity saving throw.
Whew, not great.
Oh,
even
no.
with advantage. Yeah, me too. Wait, you have a bardic still.
True.
Is that D8?
Yeah, you get to roll an extra d8.
Yeah, I got a 17 then.
Who got above a 20?
Above a 20?
Yes.
Neil?
7.
I got a 12.
You grasp it, and you feel the treasures in your hand as the room begins spinning. The floor that was once a square filled with circles is now a complete circle as nausea overwhelms every single one of you. And
Now, real quick, what grounds was this for a dex save
a spinning
versus
room.
a con?
The room was spinning.
The room spun.
Versus a con save to fight off nausea.
Nausea.
'Cause that's usually a Constitution save.
Yeah.
Constitution would prevent the nausea. Dex would prevent you from getting nauseous in the first place. They both work.
I guess. Con wouldn't have gone any better for us. This was more just my curiosity. Like, how are we dexterously avoiding the fact that the floor is spinning?
In my head, you're all grabbing onto the floor and holding on as it spins.
That makes sense. That was more curiosity than like trying to nitpick. That was mostly me being curious.
7 damage racks all of you as waves of nausea course through you.
No, it doesn't. Eat my ass. I take half damage from traps.
3.5, rounded down.
Yeah.
And we've reached the point in the night when Jimmy has to go pee.
I assumed you already had at least once. You just bring your headphones with you.
And how's everyone else feeling?
Well, you know.
Could probably use the restroom.
We need to now escape the spinny floor.
Well, you guys are all in front of the entrance, or what appears to be the entrance. You
Finally,
entered in
my
a room that looks
resistance.
very similar to the entranceway.
Finally, my resistance to damage from traps procs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm like kind of dogging.
I have to assume we're right at the end of the dungeon.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Like, after we finish the dungeon, I'm probably gonna be like dead.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, Neil, I'm going to give you an opportunity because...
What?
Neil?
Yeah.
I'll give you this opportunity at the end of the dungeon. You guys are at the end. Okay?
Yeah.
However, we can within between 15 minutes and an hour, we can finish the entire session. Like the whole mini conquest.
If Neil's really losing his edge, I feel like an hour is going to be a bit much.
An hour would be hard, but it's entirely up to you guys how long it goes. And one other thing.
We'll play it fairly briefly, so that way Neil can get to bed.
Yeah.
And Neil, I'll full spoilers. It's a combat thing that's not super hard, but can be hard. So if you guys are smart,
Gotcha.
you can just bludgeon through it.
Well,
Gotcha.
it gets harder when one of the party members is essentially useless in combat. However,
But Neil, I wanted to metagame, give Neil the actual opportunity of, I know you're tired, man, but we can finish this.
Yeah. No. I'm just letting you know. Like the wall is like right in front of me.
Yeah, dude, I've listened to Pink Floyd.
Yeah. No. I'm like right there. Like I can feel like I'm like starting to fall
Do
asleep.
you want me to bum rush this? Because I can.
or would you want to hold off and just do it later?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was just saying that like if we have like another like full thing.
In the
after
court
this-
alone.
No, you do not have another full thing.
Gotcha.
And I can
All right.
I can accelerate this for you. Like, absolutely can.
Let's make a mad dash for what we think is the exit.
Neil,
Yeah.
is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, I honestly, I don't want to be like spoiling this for you guys. Like,
No,
Yeah, but man,
listen,
we get it. You
we
were right.
respect your
We get
job
it.
completely.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you know, like, I'm like super dead.
This was supposed to be a 2 to 3 session thing. I honestly didn't think this dungeon would last that long, so...
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so you guys were successfully able to exit the building. It's like as you suspected. The door on the ceiling now was the door back to the entrance, and it looped around through the giant hallway. And you're able to find your way back to the magical skiff. The storms are still storming. The lightning is still present. You guys are able to go back to the main island where people are still celebrating. You see people in horse heads. You see people in turtle heads. You see people wearing elemental vapors around their domes. You see fox heads and you see monkey heads. And as you approach the festival, all of the people gather around that giant, magnificent flame in the center of the island. And a special fuel that was concocted specifically for this annual event burns brightly. And you detect faint smells of magnesium and phosphate burning in the air. And from the ashes of the fire, a giant spectral serpent head rises from the flames, and it speaks in the common tongue, a very, very slow and serpentine hissing tongue. You have done well to pass our trials, travelers. Our name is Namunga. They call us Windbringer and Sea Swallower. You will be given a new vessel for your efforts, but I have my own challenge for you. Our spawn seeks to travel this realm, but haven't tested their scales in combat. Show them the dangers of the mortal realm, and I shall bestow upon your ship our blessing.
So you want us to go kill some sea serpents?
Mechanically, it will summon its own child to fight you, if you wish. Otherwise, you can settle for the lesser gift.
I mean, I do like big gifts.
I mean, I do like fighting things.
I call out to the serpent. Will the blessing on the boat help us find places? Like, what's it gonna do?
I
Like a
heard
navigational
you
thing?
speaking of Manhor Iceland,
No.
and it could find it quickly.
I mean, not exactly what I'm looking for, but close enough.
Orcish Manhor Island.
There was an adjective in there, but that's fine. Yeah, no, I'm on board.
Fucking bring it, you scaly bitch.
Scaly bitch. Alright, so I'm going to give this next part to you guys fairly easily just to escalate things quickly.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I'm gonna give this thing to you fairly easily, and then go silent.
That's always creepy. Or terrifying. That's the word.
Or arousing, I guess, depends on your preference.
Or onto rousing.
I'm just glad the party didn't try to fuck the thing.
It's made of fire! And it's gonna help me find my way to Orcish Manhor Island. Why would I try and fuck this? Come on, Neil, priorities. I'm going to do that later.
So a,
Five heads.
a spectral 5-headed serpent rises from the smoke. And it seems in close proximity as the villagers of the main island disappear inside of the clouding smoke.
Ah, Great Father Dagon has returned.
Oh shit.
Good too.
Lightning crashes and the storm thunders around you as rain splatters you, and you enter combat with this deity's child.
Well, I know who's going to be last in the initiative order.
Roll for initiative, gentlemen.
I got.
Put it in the chat, please. It'll make it way easier for me.
I got a 4.
Okay, so
Really, kittens?
I rolled a 2.
Oof.
Also, I am not combat oriented, so.
is it Marty?
What?
Marty?
Monty.
Monty.
Because Montana.
I like Marty.
Marty's all well and good, but what Indiana Jones joke is named Marty?
Martina.
I couldn't remember if you were doing indie or if you're doing
No, I'm from the state of Montana.
Montana.
Even then, the nickname would be Marnie, though, not Marty.
Yeah, dude, I love Marty McFly.
I don't
Okay.
even know how I would build a D&D character to do a Marty.
No, Marnie McFly.
Well, that's the ripoff. Rehire Mo. We now sound like Doodle Bob.
Riggs,
Rehire Mo.
you enter a small clouded square of combat.
Riggs gathered a bunch of this like just undulating mass of energy, and he's going to launch off a chaos bolt at the closest head to him.
Okay.
That is the... Oop.
I'll try drawing this.
What?
He's going to do a quick sketch for us, I think he said.
Oop, gotcha.
Just to lay out the battlefield. This is Dark Souls rules. I know how to handle this. You wait for it to attack you, and then you hit the head. That way you can get it without falling into the hole. Oh. That's a lot of hit points.
Oh, sorry. I pre-rolled.
Oof.
Well, spoilers. It's
You
got
always want to pre-roll hit points.
spoilers. You know it's armor class and it's hit points.
I mean,
we were just going to attack the shit out of that thing anyway, so I don't see that we really gain a whole lot by knowing that.
Still, I try to keep it quiet.
Yeah. Alright,
Oh my god, kittens.
oh shit. I have been rolling like either wicked good or wicked bad.
Polarized
that-
dice. What do you have?
That's a 20.
Oh,
on
dang.
Chaos Bolt.
Natty or dirty?
Nah, it's a crit.
Crit it up.
Chunky.
And remember, filthy crits.
Well, that's the thing with Chaos Bolt. That's not really
Yeah.
going to track because the specific numbers rolled matter.
Yeah. So the first two are
Jump to other targets.
It can, but so I think we picked the first two are the ones that determine if it jumps, and then the second two are just additional damage.
Yeah, I'll go left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think he's rolling
Yeah.
two at a time. Oh, for the heads.
Yeah.
yeah. That and then it's 2d8 plus a d6, right?
Correct.
Gotcha.
So
So
the
that is
damage.
going to be lightning damage,
Okay.
and it's going to be 8. That's 11 plus 11 plus 19, 23, 29 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's insane for a first level spell.
Yeah.
There's a reason that base rules you actually can't crit with a spell attack.
You deal 29 damage, and one of the heads is blasted clean off from your Chaos Bolt.
Ah, that's fucking sweet.
Next up, the Hydra. It peers down at the small kobold that had dared to attack at it. And it swings with all 4 of its remaining heads.
Flailsnail rules.
What was that?
It swings with
Flailsnail rules.
all 4 of its remaining heads. And that's 1 crit and 1 hit.
On the plus side, this
Neil, I don't know what your armor class is, but I can't assume it's higher than a 19.
Actually, hold on just a second. Hold on a second. So the second one, the non-crit.
19.
You said it was a 19 after its modifiers?
Yes.
Because guess who has one more use of Bardic? Let's see. Let me double check exactly how this works.
Wait.
Actually, yeah, because I can make it subtracted from the. So it subtracts the number from the creature's roll. So I don't know. Do you think that would affect the fact that it crit and turn it into a regular, potentially turn it down to a regular hit, or turn it to a miss? Like, what do you think?
I would cut it off from the damage of the hit, but the crit hits. Otherwise, you could lower the 19 to whatever.
That's what I was asking, because I'm trying to reduce the number of hits as much as the number of the actual damage roll.
Yep. So the 19 minus?
But actually, yeah. So the 19 is going to actually just be an 11.
11, Neil, does an 11 hit?
11 doesn't even hit me.
I figured. So Neil, you are only racked with a gentleman's 30 points of damage. Piercing. Neil? Neil?
I think we're
He's typing.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that would have probably downed him if he had taken both hits.
Crits are rough. If I've been able to hit the Hydra first, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Oh, yeah, because you would have gotten a chance to rage and all that?
Yep. It would have given Neil resistance to the damage, and the Hydra would have been a disadvantage.
Yeah. Which I'm up next, so...
Well, let's make sure he's, still here. I don't want to, I don't want to ruin this experience for him.
Yeah. I mean, he texted a second ago, so he's awake. I think he's having audio issues.
I'll send him a vampire to make sure.
Because he's opening messages, and he messaged us a minute ago.
Right. Yeah, he saw us the vampire.
Okay, now he's back.
Hello.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're back.
All right.
30 piercing damage.
I'm barely alive.
Barely alive he is. And you see
Yeah, it's okay. I'll heal you on my turn.
2 heads regrow from the stump of the first head as a slight healing occurs on the Hydra. Reinhardt, what do you do?
I rage.
Yep.
Fucking rage.
I attack. I aim for the body.
That's a decent answer.
Yeah.
Its heads regrow. I'm gonna rip its body off.
First attack's gonna be a 24.
That hits.
Second attack is going to be a 20.
That also hits. Is that dirty or not?
Dirty.
Okay.
I don't know where I put my other d6s, so I'm gonna have to roll this 1d6 a million times.
Hooray!
Grunt party?
8, 9, 12, plus... What do I have for raging?
3 at this
Three?
level, I think. Is it just still 2?
It's just still 2. So 12 plus 9 10, so 22 damage.
22 damage.
God damn, that's almost as good as it just did.
Straight to the body. No heads removed.
Oh yeah, not until level 9. It doesn't go up for a while.
Monty, what would you like to do?
Well, let me toss up this 3rd level Cure Wounds on Riggs.
Should I attempt to shove the Hydra?
I just rolled really well. That's going to be a 23 points of healing.
Riggs?
I rolled a 7, a 5, and an 8, plus my 3. I am now out of 3rd level spell slots. But I still have all of my... I still have 6 healing spells charged up, as well as a couple of other random odds and ends in case we need them. But I'm also going to scamper back.
Okay. You're able to go about 10 feet back, but the encroaching mist holds you in its perimeter.
No, about 10 feet back is fine. I just want to be significantly less close than the other 2.
You hear Namunga once again vocalizing his slow, draconic hiss. Shh.
Show my boy what it's like to feel pain so he becomes stronger.
Riggs, what would you like to do?
I don't think this qualifies as good parenting.
No one said that serpents are good parents.
Very true.
Very true. I'm going to run, try to like clamber on its back, kind of like I did the turtle.
Okay, so
That is.
it's a fairly flaily being now with 6 heads. Try giving me an acrobatics to clamber onto it while it's moving.
We got some Dragon's Dogma shit happening now.
I love Dragon's Dogma so much.
Yeah, I've never played one. I've just seen you play it.
I've played 15 hours of the second copy of it.
13.
You're able to hold on, and you're on the first regrown neck of the being.
So we're supposed to like what? Use what we learned from the trials? Because I learned this from a fucking turtle. And I'm going to wrap the whip around its neck
Rolls
and
a
try to
hit.
choke it out.
I'm going to attempt to choke the creature that has multiple different means of breathing.
That is a 15.
That will exactly hit.
Nice. That is going to be 7, and I'm also going to pump in a Thunderous Smite
You do that.
for an extra 9 points of thunder damage.
For a total of?
16.
Okay, perfect. Its neck is now, its first of 6 necks is now wrapped in your whip as it takes that much damage. And it looks impedimented, but not nearly close to down. The Hydra, unable to hit the creature mounted upon its own neck, aims at the next nearest being, and it sees that clearly visible Minotaur as all 6
How I wanted it to go.
attack for it.
That's not how you want to go.
I wanted
I literally gimped my character's thing.
You take half damage already, and you have the most health.
What's the
By a
AC,
lot.
Ian?
15 because I have my broadsword out.
Okay.
Great sword out.
2 attacks of the heads hit you for a grand total of 11 damage.
Have you already halved it?
Yes, piercing,
Okay.
if that matters. I don't know if you...
No. I'm resist bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Okay.
Basically,
Slashing and piercing.
And they growl angry, and they're still trying to aim back at Riggs, who's mounted upon them. Monty, or Reinhardt rather, what would you like to do?
Swing. That's the body.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I didn't take my second attack.
I'll give it to you in a second, buddy.
Alright, yep. No, that's fine.
First one's a miss. Jimmy, did you roll those with advantage against me?
No.
Yeah, I'm recklessing,
Okay.
which I guess didn't really matter for the last one for my hits, but it would have for yours, I'm sure. So I got 1 hit.
You hit the body for...
Minimum damage, I rolled 2 1s. So 7.
For 7 damage, and it appears to be almost as hurt as it was before the last turn. With every breath of life, it seems to grow slightly stronger and healthier.
I mean, that is what he wanted us to do, right? To show it pain to make it stronger?
Yes?
So Neil's second attack.
Yep. That's going to be 12, so it misses.
Okay.
Oh, I have an important question.
Yes, Monty.
Steve has a question.
Yes.
How long did the boat ride to get back to the island take?
Approximately 1 hour.
Okay, in that case, I have 2 charges of inspiration left, because I get my inspirations back on short rests. And the boat pilots itself. I will not use an inspiration at the moment, though. What I am going to do is toss Reinhardt 7 points of healing. I'm going to kind of boop forward, boop him some heals, and then boop back.
Beep boop boop boop.
And now I'm going to be ready with my reaction.
And what are you preparing for us?
Oh, no. My reaction is I have a reaction that I can just use. It's not preparing anything.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You use your active
preparing.
healing.
Yeah, preparing takes a whole, like a full action. I used my action. I am holding on to, I'm not using a bardic for bonus. I'm holding it to use as my cutting words instead of distributing it.
Riggs, make a regular attack roll against the creature that you're choking.
Just a regular.
Yep, just regular.
5.
He does not continue to choke upon your whip lashed around his neck. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use. 1 second. I'm gonna use Misty Step and teleport onto a different head.
Okay, so there's 6 heads now, left to right. What would you like to teleport to?
Which one am I on?
You're on number 1 of 6.
How far apart are they?
They're about 3 to 5 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna teleport to number 3.
Okay.
I say if they're that close, shit, you might as well just jump to number 2.
Well, because like the heads are all connected at multipunctual necks, so they can't go too far apart from each other.
No, my thought is just if they're close, conserve the resource maybe.
And would you like to do anything else, Riggs?
Nope.
Okay, we're at the point where I'm peeing again.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Neil. We're almost done, bud.
No, it's fine.
I just don't want to like murder you before work tomorrow.
No, I don't have to work tomorrow. It's just that I'm dying. It's just that I got back from work like 45 minutes before we started, and yeah.
I know, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
So, Riggs, after your turn, the Hydra, once again realizing that Reinhardt is the closest possible victim, lunges all of its heads towards him. What's the AC, Reinhardt?
15. Remember, with advantage, I'm recklessing.
And one of the heads
What's it get?
barely hits you.
No, it doesn't. Subtract 6.
Definitely does not hit you. As it lunges at you, you're able to deftly dodge its lunge.
I make the tank even tankier.
I'm not the tank though.
And as its head's finished swinging, you see it recover a small amount of health as it takes a deep breath in. Reinhardt, what would you like to do?
Swing
At which?
recklessly.
At the body?
1 hit. 2 hits.
How do you know that they hit? How could you?
It's a mystery. They're both over 20 rolls, so.
Oh, good.
Ooh, that was a much better roll. 28 points.
Of damage?
Damage, yes.
Oh my.
I rolled
He is a
a
raging
5,
barbarian.
a 1, and 6.
Brendan just made it so much worse.
No, sorry. I rolled a 3, a 5, and 2 6s. I rolled 2 6s at the end. That's the part I remember. I added as I went.
That's the important part.
And the heads seem to slink down as it's taken a proportional amount of damage. Monty?
So. I don't know, I keep seeing it recover. And I don't want it to keep doing that. I guess I'm gonna try making a makeshift Molotov cocktail with my remaining flask of oil and trying to get some fire on this bitch to see if that'll stop it from regenerating.
How are you producing the fire?
Double check to make sure, see if I actually have a tinderbox. I should.
You should.
Was it ruined by the water from the ship?
No, actually, that's right. With a diplomat's pack, I don't get a tinderbox. I have a lantern that I'm somehow supposed to be able to light. I have oil. I think I have like sealing wax that you need to be able to melt, but I don't actually have any means to create a source of fire.
You can oil him, though.
Yeah, so I'm going to splash oil all over him, and then I'm going to yell to Riggs to light him on fire.
He is now oiled. A well-oiled man. Riggs, what would you like to do?
We're about to burn a bitch.
Which bitch? There's 6 bitches and you're on number 3 of 6.
No, I aim for the torso.
Oh.
Because he's moving around the necks, I aim for the body.
Okay.
We are also going to aim for the body.
Yeah, so let's make that clear. I am not giving this the opportunity to make more heads.
That's a 17,
That will hit.
and that is 16 points of ready burn damage.
Okay. You do this much amount of damage. And you see it writhing in pain underneath your furious bolts of fire.
Take that, you ugly bastard.
You scaly bitch.
And the oil,
Yes, accounted for.
ignite.
Ignited.
So, okay, perfect.
The Hydra, seeing the being that coated it in a glistening coat of oil, takes half of its attack against Riggs, or Reinhardt, and half of its attacks against Monty, as it trembles forward.
Nightmare time, because advantage against me, disadvantage against him.
And I still have my cutting words to throw at it too.
21 and a 30 to Reinhardt.
Well, hold on. The 21 I'm going to reduce. If I get a D8's worth of damage reduction, I'm going to do
Mind you, I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
rolled
actually-
I haven't rolled against you yet, Steve.
That's fine. You're attacking me with disadvantage.
Yep.
So that you're going to subtract 5. It's going to knock it down to just a 16.
That still hits.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
For 12 points of damage against Reinhardt
Is that halved?
prior to any deductions. Steve, those are 3 hits prior to disadvantage. 1 crit fail, a 22, and a 18.
That was a hit.
All 3?
Obviously,
Well, 2.
Fail doesn't. Yeah. Obviously, a 1's not going to get me.
Okay, so you take 15 points of piercing damage.
Did you have it already?
No.
Yeah, it goes down.
Have it, and then reduce it by 2d6, which is going to be for 10.
So 0.
Yes.
I take negative 3 points of damage.
We'll do
Sure.
clink damage, and as the heads lunge at you, you take 1, Stephen.
Oh no!
I know, it's terrible, it's awful. Reinhardt, what would you like to do?
I swing
At the heads?
at the body.
Oh no!
I have solved it.
Reinhardt the
Are
Wise.
I do this?
I'm sorry?
What crits on a 19? I don't crit on a 19.
Fighters crit on 19.
Specifically the champion fighter.
Specifically Squall.
Well, that one was a 20. So 1 hit, 1 crit.
Okay?
How
Deadly crits.
how do crits again?
Max plus a roll.
Okay, so max plus the 2d6.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 8 plus that's 20 plus that's 25, and then the other hit I rolled very low on, so that's 8, so 33 damage.
Hey, Jerry.
Yes, buddy.
When you're done with that, I figured out all the stuff for Sunday.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. 33, you said? You've got it. Monty, would you like to do?
I don't see that I actually need to use an action right now, so I'm gonna stab it.
I'm
By
ready.
stabbing.
With your newly found dagger?
No, with my rapier that I've been carrying this whole time.
How rude.
The dagger is a tool, not a weapon. I gotta roll the 15.
That will hit, just barely.
I poke it for 4.
It takes 4 damage.
Haha, damage is not my specialty.
I just got back.
Riggs,
I said,
give me an attack roll.
I said don't start the match because
Un momento.
Roll to choke a bitch.
Nat 20.
Give me a nasty crit for your attack of choking.
That is going to be 10 damage. And I'm also going to pop in a critted smite.
Yep. You see the first head dangling as it's racked with pain of its critical failure, and you're choking the ever-living fuck out of it.
Let me make sure I'm doing this right. So
A lot.
Yeah, you roll double dice for the crit.
4d8.
So 16, 32 plus X, where X equals to 48 plus mods.
That is going to be 23 extra points of divine smite damage.
Okay.
For a grand total of fuck you worth of damage this turn.
Yes, a lot of fuck you.
That's how paladins work.
All of the heads lull down in pain as you're choking the holy piss out of this thing.
he's choking the
Namungar
whole thing into
itself seems disappointed in its own child at how much damage you're doing. And what would you like to do for your turn, sir?
I'm going to reach out and cast Shield of Faith on the nerd.
You faithfully shield the nerd.
So a bolt of lightning is going to strike him, and then he's just going to glow blue. And he gets a +2 to AC.
Yeah, now I have the same AC as the big stupid monster.
Oh no, how could you know that?
Oh no.
Trial and error.
Of course.
I rolled a 15.
After
That's
Riggs.
exact hit. Aha.
The Hydra, dazed and pissed, is going to roll with disadvantage to swing at the own creature that is riding it.
Oh yeah, it gets disadvantage. Even if it wasn't on his back, it gets double.
Holy shit. 1 second.
Oh no.
He's gonna send a picture.
This is either really good or really bad.
Oh, it's gonna be really good for him.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to send a picture, guys. This is insane.
How many 20s did you roll?
What's happening?
I rolled 4, but
Okay. Did you do disadvantage?
yeah.
Yes.
So this was the second roll after a couple 20s.
Wow! So you rolled 4 20s and then re-rolled and rolled 2 more?
Yeah, and a 6 out of a 19, which sucks, but... So Neil...
You just crit him twice. You don't need a third hit.
So I'm dead.
Well, we don't know.
Right.
So 2 crits
Yep.
and a not hit, I'm assuming?
Yep.
What's its bonus to that 6? Like, we don't know. Like, what's it? Does it get like a plus 10?
Neil, what's your AC?
17.
Yeah, the 6 won't hit at all. Neil, how does 59 damage sound?
Half crit?
Prior to any deductions.
So half would be what? 29?
29?
So
Minus 2d6. So minus 9, so 20. Take 20.
take 1 total damage.
Yeah. I already healed you for more than that earlier.
All right, I'm a hurting boy.
But you're alive.
You're on your feet. 'Cause
Wait, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
how many points of damage did I just take?
60 divided by 2 minus whatever they subtracted.
How did it get divided by 2?
You have resistance.
Have resistance.
Ian is raging.
Because my subclass is stupid.
Ghost Dad helped you.
Yeah, his
With that.
subclass is dummy powerful.
Because I was about to be like, I'm red paste now.
So Riggs is mortified and standing still as 2 of the heads are trying to tear him apart limb from limb. Reinhardt, what would you like to do?
Ghost Dad is floating around with like a ghost newspaper in his hands, just like bopping the Hydra's nose while he's trying to do this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
However, it does seem very, very injured while it's doing this.
2 hits. 6 that rolls, so that's better one. 12 plus 10, 22 damage.
Here's the problem right now, right? Neil is up on top of this thing, which means I can't heal him this round without having to climb up there myself.
All 6 heads of the Hydra bend as it's mortally wounded, and its father, the ghostly serpent of Nomunga, brings it back into the immortal realm of gods. Thank you for serving my child and showing him how strong mortals can be.
Wait, did it just drag?
For this I shall grant you my blessings.
Where are we going? Oh god.
And
Curious and concerned. Our boy was on its back. Did he just get pulled into the celestial realm as well?
no, he got dropped down.
How far did I fall?
About 15 feet. So, for kinetic damage, you take 4.
I am at 1 hit point.
Good thing I got you that
Clinging
20.
to life. The Hydra disappears, and all you see is Nomunga's giant Nagestial being slowly fading as the crowd reappears around you, cheering. And in the distance, you see your skiff is growing into a giant serpentine boat. And all of your artifacts that you guys had previously recovered are floating towards your boat and into the cargo hold of it, as you have successfully completed the trials of the islands and saved these people from another year. Ba-ba-da. Also,
while the victory fanfare is playing, I'm bent over healing Riggs.
if you guys actually do want to continue this campaign, the blessings of the Hydra are the boat is immune to half of all piercing damage that a Hydra would normally deal.
So the boat has resistance to piercing from Hydras.
And it's immune to all lightning damage at all.
Perfect.
If you guys do want to continue this, I'm definitely happy to. I know we have a few desires.
Yeah, I think this would make it fun. Like, it's just like, this is a real easy branch into a conventional campaign where we don't really have an overarch yet, which is something that you can work out as it goes along. We do want to find Manhor Island.
Of course.
To try and either liberate it or monetize it, depending on the state of it. Or potentially both, I guess. So let's see. I got the boat written down. Now, if we do want to continue it, I do say that we should probably even the player levels.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember who's at 6, but I remember somebody else is at 6.
Well, so I think if we leveled it out, at this point, everyone should be at 6, if not already.
Yeah, it's like, because we hadn't been tracking experience, so I'm like, well, we should probably do that. Whether or not, I mean, not necessarily track experience, because
Dude,
I think...
you guys avoided a couple of really shit rolls, and then you just got hit by some monster ones.
I mean, for the most part, that went pretty smoothly, too. Especially when you have a healer and a half-healer.
Yeah.
Like, we were well set to be alright on
Dude, that quad crit scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, thankfully we have the type of tank that... I mean, because so you tank by making others tankier?
I'm not the tank, yes. I make everybody else the tank.
But the way that, like, if everything else is, like, attacked with disadvantage, what you do is you draw attention to yourself that way.
And which he definitely did. He absolutely did.
You are tanking. You're tanking by just making yourself more
tanking enough to stay alive. I'm not the tank. I am durable so that I don't go down, so that everybody else stays very durable.
I mean, that's tanking, my dude.
Sort of. It's supporting.
It's a D&D style of tanking where you can't just draw. Like, it's the most convenient way to draw aggro is by making other things harder to attack than yourself.
I guess, but I would prefer not to draw the aggro.
Yeah, it's an interesting play style. That's for sure.
To be honest, I still would need to like
use this class for the bow.
You would lose benefit of some stuff because, like, you can't add rage damage to a bow.
That's
but
fine. You stay in the back so that everyone else can. You could stack and make someone just insanely like tanky in the front. Get someone like a high AC, like a monk or something. Give them damage reduction.
Or the paladin.
Disadvantage or the paladin, yeah.
Who is already the other conventional tank class.
Okay, guys, Neil, I know you're a little bit tired, so I want to get your opinion before you just dip out of this call.
No, he already hung up.
He did?
He just sent us a message that said, sorry, I just ghosted out, but later, boys. Yeah, he's gone. If you look at it, it's just the three of us now.
That's fair. So,
yeah,
as a whole, I know a lot of this doesn't resonate with us well, but how do you guys feel?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it didn't resonate well. I think like today went fine. I think just some of it needed tweaks and improvements that would have been much easier if it was not the beginning of a campaign, but part of a campaign.
Okay.
But we talked about those in the past. Today, I mean, okay, so I fed the carrot to the horse. What did you have in mind to actually do that? Because there's no way that wasn't you just agreeing with my dumb bullshit for the sake of having a solution.
You guys fucked the ever-living shit out of that dungeon.
Oh, of course.
I didn't know Neil had the ability to detect evil at all.
Detect evil and undead.
Yeah,
So
okay,
here's the thing. What creature type was the fox thing?
The fox was an anthropomorphic fox, so it had
In that
fox
case-
stats when in fox form, and otherwise it had level stats equal to its actual level.
So it should not have procced as detect evil and good.
Well,
Because detect evil and good does not detect morality in alignment, it detects creature types.
oh, okay.
Yeah, the evil and good are poorly used terms when it comes to protection or detect. He did read it off.
Yeah, he did.
So it's not even detect evil and good. Divine sense tells you the location of celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of him.
Well, yes. So the lion was. It's based on the Latin origins of the Yimagrinus. So the fox is trying to find itself a free meal through coercing the close to death lion that the other citizens are better value to him because they're fat and happy and warm, when he himself is freezing and thin and emaciated.
I'd make a bad meal, so eat somebody else, and then he
Right.
wants to pick the leftovers.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the lion should have procced the trigger as undead, but the
Well,
fox
he definitely was like only alive because of the fox's worth.
Someone behind you.
Yeah, so that's just one small mechanics thing, but that's one of the things, like, as obviously 5th edition has leaned further and further away from using, like, hard terms like evil and good, and, like,
I've been. I have to work. Yes.
One second, buddy.